Hi, babes. I'm back. It's your girl Q. I'm back in the building. I hope you have a good evening, good night, good afternoon, and good morning, wherever you at on this God green earth or wherever part you is. I pray that you're safe. And wherever you at, because not everybody's in a safe space, but wherever you at, I pray that you are safe and that you're warm, wherever region you in, and it's reach you wherever you at. I pray that you have a cover or uncovered, but you're covered in safety. And I pray that the angels is watching over you. You have your ancestors and people that is down here and outside of you. I pray that you have love that's surrounding you. Hope that you have food enough to feed yourself and a place to sleep and things to drink, water, tea, and you have people to give you and to look out for you. So my heart goes out for you, for all those, even those that have a home. I thank God I have a roof over my head, regardless of what was coming at me. But I'm thankful. I just pray to be thankful. Give thanks and be thankful. If you're one of those that's covered, and you know you're covered, you don't get covered by doing the wrong thing, not by the righteous. You just don't. So I'd rather do that. I'd rather say that, regardless of what. It's better to do the right thing. And that's how I feel about it. I think I can speak for all of us. Excuse me, all my soul tribe. We believe doing the right thing because we fear the Most High. We respect that power because we know when we didn't, we got dealt with, or we seen how He dealt with others. Either way, you gonna learn some good things in life. You gonna understand why you need to be a better version of you because you wasn't. None of us was. I wasn't the best version of myself, but this is the best version of me I ever been. So I can honestly say I'm proud of myself. I see why the angels is proud and why they love me. I see why the Lord loves me. Listen, my ones, for the ones that did right, even if we did some things we wasn't proud of, or maybe some things we was ashamed of. But when you think about why the Lord loves you, do you think it's because of the things we did that was wrong or the things we feel ashamed of? Do we really actually really believe that? Can't. Are you serious? Why? Why would he pick us if he know that we did all these things? It's because he know the spirit and life is going to change you. It's going to make you a certain way. You're going to experience some things. It's not the Lord being mean. And we say, why did the Lord let us go through these things? Why would the Lord cause us so much pain? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I think that if we listen, you got to listen. Hi, chat. You don't listen, chat. We have to listen. If we don't listen, you know what happens? Everybody know when we didn't listen to our parents, what happened? We got disciplined, right? Why wouldn't the Most High not discipline His children? Why do we think? And sometimes when we put our kids right and they go on their journey, or let's say uh, they get into an argument or a fight, whatever they happen in school, right? And or outside or whatever, and you want your kid to learn to fight back, and you see that your child and they lost, and somebody kid won. So everybody parent got somebody their kid did what they were supposed to do, and somebody got a kid that didn't do what they were supposed to do at first. And sometimes you gotta talk to them and you build up their confidence, or some rough their kid up. My mom, she was like that. If she needed us to get to a certain place, she was not. That's not to all of us, but yeah, she had to. She needed to see. However, she was a remarkable being, and she happened to be someone that raised me, regardless of where I came from. But I got to remember some good stuff, and I seen loyalty. I seen strength and protection. I seen That's what she didn't just do to me. She did it to all five. She had all five of us. Now it's just two. Now it's three of us, but it's only one of me. So I have no more sisters. They abandoned me and they didn't need me. So they threw me away and they made other family and they tried to get rid of me. So magically, figuratively, went around me, got my friends, people to go against me. So, what they call an orphan. I'm so alone. I'm all alone. I'm little and all alone. Nobody likes me. Okay. But the part of being little and being all alone is true. And nobody likes me. All of that is true. Fortunately, that don't bother me as much as it bothers the rest of them or as it bothers the rest of you. I like being alone. It helps me to think. If you was smarter, you would have did it the other way. You would have gave me something to. They didn't really. Never mind. I can't. I'm not gonna help you people. I mean, yeah, it is what it is. You did it the way you wanted to do it. You thought you was very smart and fantastic about it. And yeah, for the most part, you was. But the difference is you can't outsmart the Most High because you're going against His plan. How? I think that you didn't consider that I belong to the Most High and I'm close to Him. How is this one close to the source? The source. Look at it. See my fist? How can I get in? Okay, this is better. See this? Look at my little fist. Look at it. It's glitter, but it's power. Listen, I'm close to the power like that. You see how tight that is? This is tight. Look, this is tight as I can do it. That's tight. And and a whole lot of people of all the colors in the rainbow join forces to go against this mic right here. That's tight like this. And it came after this one that said, I wouldn't turn on this mic for no one. See, look at it. I would not. I'm just listen. The same way how y'all feel, I get it. I'm not going to bash because the other video I said some things, but it's not bashing. I understand why I did because I said I used to feel like I felt that way about myself. Honestly, not to be jealous, but if I didn't know who I was, I would want to be me. I would want to get to know a person like me. And I say that even about myself. If I hear myself on record and I record myself just talking, just thinking, I said, God damn, she's amazing. I love her even more. I would love her even more than I love myself. And then I say, self, that is you. I'm like, God damn, who is? I'm like, thank you, Lord. Listen, I can understand. I do. Because I had to look at it and say, okay, can you see why these people will come after you? I can see it. Do I understand? No. You know why? I think it's a little bit, it just seemed like something is really, really off. The same way how most of you thought I was slow. Because it's like, well, she got to be slow because why would she allow this person to do it? And they not even doing this. I know they ain't even doing that. I can see they not. So what the hell is she tripping on? Or still, why would she even allow this and think that and all these things? That's why. I wouldn't have never did none of that. That couldn't have happened to me. I wouldn't have never. That is why you didn't get picked. Right there. Because you said, if that was me, I could never. I would never. I wouldn't. I would have did this. I would have been like, I would have been going. I would have. And that's why you did not and could not be me. Because most people wouldn't did like I did, but I understand why I was doing. It's different when you not, you just being, you just, aimlessly, and y'all thought that. You thought, oh, this gonna be easy. God damn, this couldn't be. Well, I wish we would have had this first. And y'all thought, and you said, well, because it's like taking candy from a baby. I got it right where I want it. I don't know why you said that. Somebody was smart. Somebody was dumb. Somebody, listen, let me tell you something. Because I said something in the other video, but this one. Everybody is not as stupid as y'all think. Because we could start off slow. We might be a little slow. We might be, and listen, Virgo, because I'm talking to you. Because the same way even though you didn't know that they thought that about you, you didn't see it because you were too busy laughing with them. Like how I was laughing with you and you was laughing with me. Like, I'm going to get you. You have no idea. I'm just looking at you. Yeah, she's laughing. She's happy. Not for long. Okay. What I'm saying to you is while you was laughing with me or at me, and I didn't know, and I watched you back up nicely. I'm just telling you, while you was laughing at me, they was laughing at you in the background because they knew you ain't gonna see some shit coming. Just like y'all was betting, I ain't gonna see it coming either. And by the time I do, it's gonna be too late for this little one, and she ain't gonna know what happened, and nobody ain't gonna be around to tell her shit because she ain't gonna have no friends. We gonna take all her friends and pay all of them off. Everybody, we get their number, go through our phone, be like, hey girl, hey, would you like to be invited to a party? Be like, oh, well, Queen not gonna be there. Like, no, we ain't fucking one, but we could pay. Listen, you invited. Oh yeah, she been talking. We ain't easy. Easy. Your plan was like, whew, hot cake. She ain't gonna have nobody to go to. Or is it that I don't care to go to none of them? If you mess up on me, I don't care if I never had nothing. If I would have had a cent to my name, I still would remain the same. Even if I had a penny to my name, because many times I wouldn't ask for nothing. You can't make this queen bow and say, well, we're going to make her, bend her, break her, make her ask us for something. Even if I mean, if you say, well, yeah, I see you mean. I know that you Virgo, you still, and the rest of you, if you think that you know who I am, or you think that I'm just, oh yeah, we could get her. No, you don't have no idea. You don't know me. You should have want to get to know me. I, we would have probably been okay. But you would have had to change. Your spirit can't stay that way. We would never been. So I could see why we wouldn't. We're on two different paths. I believe in not going against the grain on people. Now, Mr. Virgo, I'm gonna tell you something. If you like a challenge, you still like to do things. You want to see how far you want to go against the grain. For all against the grain, I don't know if you want to do that because I'm gonna tell you how you know who's who and who you know who's not. Now I'm gonna tell you, if you can leave your family, if you can just change. Matter of fact, it's not even because once you change your belief, which is yourself, and go to the righteous side, because the Lord said, "I wanted you at one time." I don't know what that is for you because you done fell, but in order to do something risky. Any man that want to be with this queen, you can't. You need to not be. Most people know if your family ain't with you, then they going to ditch you, and you need to get rid of them before God do something with you. Now, that's how that go. When He take everybody away, He do it for a reason, and then you get to understand why these people wasn't part of the plan because they didn't really enjoy you being amazing as you are. If y'all was like that, I would have wanted to be your friend. I would have been genuine, wanting to be. Why? Because if you haven't, I know how you feel about me. You would give me, but I would have. I would have helped them. Y'all listen, nobody don't come here. Whatever help I used to give and extend to family and friends, that is expiration date been expired. It is null and void. That one have left the building. She do not. She no. She's being reserved for others, and that means that she's off limit to anybody that crossed her. So anybody in past life or in this new life that going to show up in the same spirits. Y'all going to get treated the same. I don't give a damn which way y'all come. I don't care who you send. If you send a child and the child got a spirit and trying to be pretender and act as if and all that, I had great teachers. I had one great one, a musician and master, and so am I. So guess what? That means that it's going to be hard. And you're going to fail. It's not going to be hard. It's just going to be a hard fail. It's going to be a hard, no, a straight. Mm-mm. If I even think, if I don't trust something, that is a no. So whatever tactics you use, try your best one. And I'm just to tell you, go for what you know. You want to try it anyway because none of y'all don't listen. You never listen to when the word was stop. When you was getting horrified or seeing things happen, you were seeing visions and things like that. Because I know if I seen something, if you sending some things to me, then I know that it's happening to you. But guess what? It don't affect me the way it affect you. I know both sides. I went through my dark nights. I seen what the darkness is. Y'all got one power. You need to have two. Y'all don't know the other one. You only know one. That's why you cannot beat the one that got both. That means cover all and all spectrums. And if y'all got yours rejected, where do you think your power is coming to? If y'all was listen, if y'all stealing people, doing stuff and zapping people energies and stuff like that, and if yours get revoked and you don't got no spiritual protection, and because the one that you keep coming to is the wrong one. So when y'all do it to other people, you can do it, but you ain't got no protection. So if it don't work out good for you, I don't know what you think is going to happen to you. I mean, do you think you get to keep your position? No, you can't. You don't have nothing to hold it. You need real substance to be able to endure. You can't get through this life without going through nothing. Y'all cheated. You can't cheat. Y'all been cheating for a long time. That's why you came against the real one. You thought that it was nothing going to stop you never in life in this lifetime. No, she can't be the one. She can't. We must. She can't be the one. No, she can't be the one, man. No. Oh man, you stupid. You should have kept. Oh, the same people that told you get rid of this one. Yeah, she's not as cute, showing the pictures and just doing the wrongest thing to violate me on all levels, showing personal things that I sent to you. Certain, you say I didn't do it. Somebody did it, and most likely it was you. If you could sit there and pull the talk, because you got to do it. You the one that got to tell them about me. Why you like her? What she do? So you want these people to be like me. You want them to fight, and y'all stupid enough to do it. Y'all don't see it as a game. Yeah, she do this or order to keep you, and y'all all doing spell work or love spells and shit on each other. Now, when that backfires, the one that you wanted to love you, and it backfired, that one is not going to love you. Because when that spell break, you want to love that person the way that you wanted them to love you. And they not going to love you. And they not going to see you that way. So why I know that? Because that's what happened to me. I naturally still have feelings for this one. But I realized my feelings just only got to be to me because I can't activate it on that one. It didn't appreciate it. So I had no place to do with nothing to do with but to put it back to me. Shit, if a man turns his back on me, I'm supposed to. Y'all thought, listen, this is what y'all thought. Y'all thought that if we take him away from her, because she really make sure she really love you. Be like, oh yeah, she really love me. She really okay. You sure? Be like, yeah, she ain't going nowhere. I got her locked. And you thought that because I said you was my first, you was in my adult life. And this is in this adult life, so my 20s, yes, you was. In a serious relationship, yeah, you was. Did I love you? Yes, I love you naturally. I didn't sprinkle no shit. I wanted you to like me for me. You couldn't do it because you used to people sprinkling some shit and you can't see the realness. At your age, you still wasn't able to see, even with your own spirit, to see you saw something was nice, but you knew it was something different, but you ain't know how to appreciate it. So you thought that, oh, you liked it, You did, but then you talked to the wrong people. And as soon as they didn't like something that you like, you went against it like an idiot. That's just like the Lord did something really for you, and you got to see the good Lord do something naturally for you that you ain't had no business in. You ain't did nothing for it, but you seen him grace you, and you got to see the benefit. Now you get one of your old people, and they don't really feel that same way because they ain't living right, so they don't know what it's like to be blessed, but you do. Now because they talking down about God, now you want to talk down because you want to fit in, you don't want them to feel bad. You're not supposed to go against nothing greater than yourself that blessed you. You did not learn the principle of loyalty and friendship, and if you don't learn these things, you're going to always go through the circle and keep repeating it. Everybody needs to learn. You should That's what you're supposed to learn. I learned about love and about appreciation and not overdoing yourself. Not saying I got everything. We don't have to be healed all the way. We needed to be healed enough, because if you don't see that these people is keeping us away, and you the problem, you are in it, and you the reason why. Instead of being scared, the whole world don't know if you don't have to know. I gotta tell you, being scared makes us, is no place where the Most High is at. That further let me know that we ain't on the same side. Most people, because anytime with fear and lying and all that fear and all of that stuff, I never was a YouTuber. I'm not a regular. I never was. So this is like my pretty much my first time of speaking because the Lord told me. But other than that, I would never have did it unless the Lord told me. You gotta give me permission to do things. That's how I work. I'm only going to listen to that one and the helpers that He sent to me. That's it. If it's outside of here and the people that He going to send, it's nobody right now. So I only got one good source that has minis that work for this one that watches over me. Why would I disrespect myself for any of you? None of you got any juice to make me forget myself. And you thought, oh, well, you just going to get everybody away from her. It's going to work. It's like taking the candy from a baby. Now we get her. She loves you a lot. So that means that I was supposed to crumble. I was supposed to forget who I am. I was supposed to feel confused because y'all took my friends, and I wouldn't have nobody like what's going on. I'm supposed to be in a question mark. I knew something, so I just whatever. I'm just saying this was the plan. Get everybody you start. We're going to take some things, and now in order to take it, now you need a whole lot of people just for this one. So because you need a lot of people for one person, now everything I'm supposedly did, I'm supposedly stole, lied, and killed somebody or whatever I'm supposed to be framed or what. I don't know what the story is, how y'all framing it, but I do know that the intention was to put everything on me and get me out of here. So, because I'm still here, that's not going to work. Now you need to come up with another plan. And guess what? You're running out of time. So, time is ticking. We need another solution. What's the solution? We got to get to yourself. Get to yourself. I'm saying you thought I was supposed to have a mental breakdown. I'm supposed to lose myself. I'm supposed to hurt myself because I love I never loved. Listen, if you didn't see, you were supposed to see me moving and little by little. And if you never thought that, no, see, I keep getting, and you didn't think that you should do anything. Like, wait a minute, what if I absolutely, and then your mind didn't think because you got these people that know. See, the difference with me and you, Virgo, they knew your weakness while you was trying to target mine, and y'all was working on mine. They knew yours, and the people that you trusted that you were sitting laying next to, whether they was my friends, family, whether it was Patty or my sister Creamy, Grace, a child, any one of them. I don't care who you was talking to, Jean, anybody that was cohesing and that was saying anything, instead of coming to me to verify anything, nobody asked me nothing. Everybody just went for it because they saw money. That means everybody got a weak spirit and a weak soul. That's why y'all all belong together. Because my spirit ain't weak like that. That's why I'm like all the way over here and y'all all the way over there having problems or still chit chatting. because you're trying to figure out what's next. What's next is you should have spoke to me. You should have asked me, well, did you, or the person, did you ever do this? And to verify before you jump out the window and just take somebody else's word, because while they family, well, I gotta listen to them because family. No, family lie too. If they jealous and they want something to not to work, they know how to do it. And look, that Pisces sister of mine is a lie. You know how to lie so good that you believe your own lie. You never answer any question I ask you. You always have an excuse, and it's always somebody's fault, and it's always something I had to do wrong. All of you talk like that. Virgo, Pisces, Capricorn, got a sun too. Everybody talk the same. Taurus, everybody. I got two Taurus, so it's not just a female. I know a male too. Everybody that I experienced in dealing with Leos, I had a line because my brother's one too, and I not just one. So I'm just saying, I got to learn people attributes, and y'all all talk the same, and y'all all bitter in some type of way, and y'all too snooty, and y'all all looking at people and up and down the women's. And if you got broken ass men that's broken and that's deal with your type of women, tells a lot. I would learn, I understand how to tell a strong man from a weak spirited woman, because they can only go beneath a strong one because they need somebody to control. When you can control yourself and you got somebody and you see them as your equal and you like this, like we can have fun because we are balanced and it's fun. It's not toxic where, oh, I can be smarter than you. No, it's a challenge because it's not in a way of I want to dominate you. I understand you need somebody strong. I know how to be strong, but I'm strong and I'm feminine and I'm soft at the same time. I'm a whole mixture. Listen, don't try to figure me out because everybody ain't got nobody got my signature. They can't even duplicate it. I don't care what you're trying to say. Ain't nobody gonna love that man the way I did and be patient with him. And I still know him. His spirit, his real self, not the things he did. I still know. He may be different, so we can't probably relate, but I still know the inner part of that being. When you know somebody's spirit and their soul, you got to know or that you know. And because I know that somebody troubled that man's soul, and I know the people, now and I know the other one. Are you trying to confuse everybody and try to make me, me, just you and Pat, you and Pat. Oh, you don't want me to tell? Oh, somebody gonna get mad? I don't care. Me and Pat, in the same way it was my sister and one of my friends, and you had those two. Why you using me as a cover up? And why everybody thinking they playing around? That's why you got found out. Why? Because somebody going to jump off. Then you got somebody from the past. And Matt, please, people, if you don't know me and I don't know you, do not get upset with me because some man that you had first or whatever it is left you for somebody that you don't even got them know, and you hating on me. I don't even got them know you. I think that women don't hate on a woman. Get upset with the man that owes you loyalty. If that man is not loyal to you, don't take it out on a woman because that woman is a woman like you. And if you got played and you felt duped, then think about that man would do the same thing to a woman that don't deserve it. If you felt you didn't deserve it and that man left you and went on and this is what he do, then let that man get everything that he deserved to happen to him. Stop chasing after these men. I had you first. And especially, I don't know if you're a real, I don't know the whole story, but uh, if it's just a woman thing, I think a man would be able to handle. Like, this wouldn't even be like, this is way too much. This got a lot going on in this circle in this story. There's too many moving parts. It goes deeper. It's deep. I ain't gonna listen. I can, but I don't. I don't because I said some things in the other video. What I am gonna say is, when you do good and you be good, you get that back. Everybody don't have to like you, but when you treat yourself and you walk a certain way, you are in charge. I don't know about nobody else, but I believe that I can walk the way how I want. I live in peace. So I can go and be around anywhere and go to another state, go to anywhere and meet people and still be safe. And people were majority. You know why? Because when your energy, goodness attract goodness. And they attract ungoodness. But when you see, when you cordial, you don't have you're not hanging with every goddamn body to be cordial. You won't get on nobody's radar, not even the other one. You got to be something special. Can't nobody want nothing that nobody don't got. If I'm whack and I'm all this, then you should never think about coming back. Because what you want from me? If it ain't about nothing I'm talking about, then what you want? Everybody should stay on their side because nobody cared about me. Nobody didn't think that I was worth nothing. Yeah, I felt like, well, we could do better without her. Good. Feelings mutual. I feel the same. That way, we should not have no problem. I agree. They said we should agree to get along. We should agree. Yeah, we agree. You can agree to disagree. In this case, I don't disagree. I agree. I mean, you found something better. Me too. I found something better too. You did? What is it? It's called none of your goddamn business. Because if you was minding your own, you wouldn't be worrying about mine. I'm just saying. I gotta say it like that because I think that people should mind their business because I had enough of y'all minding my business and ruining, interfering in parts of my life that is a violation. So whatever it is that was done, it can and will be used against you in universal law. It doesn't matter who you are, how many people you got. Look, y'all all came one at a time. I could beat you one at a time or all together. And I did. And it's me. And I'm like, listen, I didn't tell you to bother me. I just walked away simply. And thank God, because it was a lot of years that it was holding me, making me think crazy things that, oh, this is how relationships supposed to go. Oh, when you supposed to stay. And that's why I see that you thought that I was in a delusion. You thought, listen, you got to do better than that. You had to have made me, did something, like give me memories of you or did some more stuff, like made me like really like I didn't get all that. So it was, listen, whatever your plan was, why it didn't work? Because he didn't leave nothing. See, the rest of y'all is going to be heartbroken because y'all actually had memories and went on a boat or whatever y'all did with this one. And y'all had fun. Y'all had memories and like, yeah, and you did all of that for these people. You did it for the wrong ones. You don't mind being around witches because you like to see them do spell work. And you're like, I brought it. I did this. Oh, yeah? Okay. I'm joking. No, no, no. Nah. Nobody don't joke like that. Or I buy if they want to do this to you, well, and be bold enough to say it. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if somebody ever tell you that they let somebody hurt you and they stood there and they watch and they participated, or they said, well, I stopped, and you thought it was funny to keep doing some stupid ass shit to the wrong one, that's telling you, don't do it. Because if you think that person don't have, I'm not malicious. I'm not none of that. That's somebody trying to make me to be. But if you try to hurt me, I have a right to defend myself. If you trying to disrespect, if you're in my home and you doing something, y'all can tell whatever story you want. Because I guarantee y'all didn't hear the story right. And y'all didn't hear the truth. If a man ever want to beat you in your home because they don't want you to be with somebody else, and nobody else was there, but they don't want you to have no other man. They don't want you to have no friends. They don't want you to do this and hurt you in the house with your kids. And you think that you shouldn't defend yourself and tell a half-assed story. Oh, she just went crazy. Oh, she tried. No, you tried. And she remembered that she ain't scared of nobody and she ain't gonna let nobody hurt her, especially in her own home, and disrespect her where her kids is at, where she got herself there. You didn't help me to get nowhere where I'm at. That's not saying that you didn't buy nothing. Buying something and actually putting in the time and actually going through the trenches with me, you did not. Now going to the hospital after my, showing up and being there, you was there. You was a face, but you was my enemy the whole time. So you cannot get credit. Your credit is null and void because you forfeited. Anytime somebody forfeit, no, or it's like, damn, everything I ever did goes out the window. Yeah, when you find out that the person was using you the whole time and they was deceiving you, yes. No, you get none. If you feel some type of way, if the Lord told me that you get none, and I watch you and I told you get a zero. You didn't put in no emotions. You didn't wasn't emotional and vulnerable. Even if you wasn't ready, it just means that's why we had a reset. Now, if the Lord do something, those people can't be invited. As simple as that. I don't know what the Lord going to do, but I do know that He makes us whole. Whatever we weak at, we could be weak. We could start out a certain way and say, "Would you ever take this person back?" If the Lord was to bring you, you would have to be a brand new version of you, not that stuff that you was messing around with these people. But then again, I don't think that I want to know because I don't. I think I no. I would want to do you like you had an experience with other people. Okay, well, I ain't worrying about what you're doing. You're watching. Everybody's watching because y'all try to make me like y'all. Y'all try to make me something that I'm not. And because I will never be nothing like y'all, that's why y'all starting to look bad. Because the truth is coming. I'm nothing like you people. I'm nothing like what was said to you. So now you got to sit back and think: is these really my people? Why would they lie to me? Well, shh. Um, about the devil on some clothes, they needed some clothes. I'm just telling you, why would your people set you up? If those are your peoples, why would they lie to us? Why would they make us treat somebody bad that didn't deserve it? So now I'm mean to this person that never, you mean she never deserved it and she's a special person that was sent only for me? You know, when you say, what the Most High God for me is for me. If He sends somebody special to you, then that's for you. That's not for you to share with every goddamn body else. Since you did that, well, you forfeited your blessing. And that's why this is what happened to people like you. Don't mean that I don't love. I mean, I can love all I want, but I can't show it to you because it's not shown to me. I'm not giving nothing to nobody that don't deserve and nobody that didn't appreciate me. And if you didn't appreciate me, what the hell I need to show you I appreciate? It don't work like that. I don't know what part of the world that y'all got up from the bed or whatever, and you just travel somewhere and came. I don't operate like that. Like if you fair to me, I'm fair to you. If you mess up on me, then that's too bad for you. One time, that's it. Whatever it used to be, giving people chances and talking to them, no, I don't like this, and just no, I'm not talking to no grown ass adults how to be respectful and what lines not to cross. If I ain't never take nobody man, I ain't never try to interfere in your family. I didn't talk about you and try to mess up your life and acting phony. I'm not none of that. So if I'm saying something about you, that is me being straight. That's not listen, if I say help me, I don't like you ever had a I had a girlfriend. When you got a name that the Lord called grace and give you grace and mercy, and that's your name, and then you ain't that spirit, ain't you? Because the same one that was my one, and you sent some things to me that let me know that you was getting readings to find out how he felt about you. And that same one told me something and tried to cover it up. Told me, I don't know you. And that one did not lie. Because if he's mine and was mine and he know more about you to tell me that I don't know you, woo, the things that the Lord will make come true to you, that even if you not, but listen, because the enemy will always tell you the truth if you listen to it. They don't even know they telling you the goddamn truth. And they got the nerve to say, I talk. I do talk, but I listen more than I talk. I don't care what you're talking about. Because everybody, if you watching, they knew. They said, I knew stuff. I didn't say a goddamn thing because y'all was smart. So I let you be smart. because I knew your smartness was going to run out. And whoever, even the things I didn't know, I didn't have to know everything. I knew that everything was going to reveal. But when I was seeing something, things wasn't adding up to dreams and everything. So it's more than one way, especially when I'm talking to silly people. And I know that the ones I talk to will talk to the same one after the day and still have an attitude, but can't mention what the person say. They have me on a speakerphone so the other person can hear or record. You think I'm stupid out here? Yes, we think you real dumb and gullible because you just nice and you just always think somebody love you and you think you all that and we can't wait. And she always think bragging and I don't like that. She always thinks she know a lot of things I do got there know. So if somebody's right most of the time, and the things they talking about or warning or saying things that's going to happen. Now I can say like if we having conversation about an opinion or something, yeah, that can be, that could go either way. Some things I may know or not know, and they say, oh, you said this or whatever, and be like, oh, okay, let me. But if I said something and I said it, listen, because I know that somebody's going to try to take, you can't misconstrue this. If I said something, usually if I say something to someone or about someone, or about something that's going to happen that hasn't happened, I'm not going to be wrong. I'm not going to change. What I'm saying is, I'm not going to go back over my word if I know why I said it and I know that I'm right for saying it. I don't care who goes against me because all of y'all went against me. And y'all all, not just talking about what trying to mess up my life, but y'all all went against me because y'all didn't think that nothing I was saying and whatever it is that I believe was a real goddamn thing. And y'all should have, because that means that y'all didn't believe in yourself. What ingredient did I use? I used my goddamn self. I love everything about me. I love my spirit. I like what I came from. I was ready for people like you. Y'all just didn't know that because I was humble. And y'all thought y'all took that for being gullible. Yeah, that's why that's why the darkness don't comprehend the light. Do you understand that? Well, read y'all. Everybody I'm talking about, read the scriptures in some way. All of y'all. Now the ones that really don't know the Bible, I already know you was already on the other side. You gonna be in with the world. They easy to get you because you don't believe in nothing about. Yeah, I can't really get with that. You ain't have to get with that. You were supposed to get with yourself. That's what you missed. God said, love me with all your heart and soul. How can you love him if you don't love nothing good about you? You should have saw your life. You should have seen that how it was represented for you. There was a spirit in you that had to keep you to keep going. You wasn't supposed to lose grip on yourself. It don't matter if you was in foster care. And a lot of people was there. I'm not. It's somebody's story. It don't have to be yours. I'm just saying. I know people. My kids have friends. Even if that wasn't my life, but somebody has something. I watch people get out of it by making better decisions. Out of things that happen in their life, they chose another route. They chose to live a positive way, not to look at their circumstance and use it as so they can be a victim. I'm not a victim because these things happen to me. I don't feel, oh, this look what they did, and they shouldn't. I'm just, I listen. I don't know that type of spirit person. It's just not. And if you ever, the person that made me cry, and if he told you the stories, and you said, "Yeah, I made her cry a lot. Yeah, I heard her, and it was happy to tell the stories." That's how much the Most High is going to get you back to. Because if you made me cry, even if it's for a little bit or a few times. I don't cry for a long time and I don't cry for nobody. But the one that I love made me cry the most. Guess what happens? You make somebody cry that God sent to you. You ain't had no respect for that one, but you thinking you should. Because I gave you somebody that actually gave a fuck about your blind self and your deaf ears. And somebody cared about you and they walked around holding your hand, make sure that no harm came to you. And you thought it was funny. You thought you should get rid of her and work with her other counterpart, her sister, her family member. And you thought that you should help get her out of here because the little one looked better and she was more wicked just like you. Oh yeah, we can do business together. And the one that said, would you partner up with me, you said no to. So guess what? I got a power, a source that cares and take that personal. And because you let people trick you, But you had intentions on your own, and because your heart wasn't the same and it didn't stand up for somebody that gave a damn about you, and you go with the friends, and when you looking at them and you talking to them, when you hear this video, make sure when you looking at them, make sure that it's worth it, so you can see why God will go after you, why your time is not finished yet. Because when you look at these people, these are the same ones that said, I will take something from you. I would still, yeah, you dealing with me. Yeah, we could be evil together. Yeah, forget that. Forget about that one. And why you saying it, and why it's in your spirit. So when you hear it and you look at this one, look at what you did and look at who you did it for. Look at who you risked yourself for. Because if this one would do that, think how many people that she did that for to her friends that would sleep with their men. All of these people, and how you get them is how you as who they are. Okay? I didn't have to sleep with nobody, man. I ain't had to use no goddamn sprinkles and dust and buy cakes and shit and put candle wax on it and write their names and all that. Grace, like you did. Yeah, I called you out. I said it. Y'all want to be funny? I could be funny too, but I'm not funny. I'm just real and realer than all of you because I'm going to tell you the truth. If I didn't have to do those things because I know that you was asking. And then I was actually, I would never do that. Everybody want to keep a secret? Guess what? I don't keep a secret if something needs to be told because I need to tell you so you can know you shouldn't do it and it's not good for you. It's called being fair. It's honest. It's something that most of y'all couldn't do. If you would have talked to me, oh no, how are we going to tell her? What would we say? No, you can't say, I'm sorry for trying to really like ruin your life on purpose. Yeah, sister, I never really cared about you, but I want to say sorry because I'm really sorry that I got caught, and I'm sorry that I was sleeping with him, and I went behind your back, and I was trying to get rid of you because I was jealous, and I'm really sorry that I did that. That I really wanted to take your spot, and I'm just kind of just want to get back because I just want to be part of your life so I can get this karma off of me. Like, I'm sorry, really, that I got caught. Would you accept me? Hell, goddamn no. I mean, that's paraphrasing because the nice way you're not gonna say, but that's what your spirit really means. I'm not really sorry I got caught, but I'm kind of sorry that things turn out this way, and I just kind of want to know how can I get back? You can't. Oh, I'm gonna send the same one. That same one is going to hit the brick wall. I'm telling you that ahead of time. Because if you don't think that it's ever a time that you should give me something back, which is the truth, tell me the truth. I messed up. I was duped. You was. And then you need to look at your people. Everybody needs to look at each other to see why you would stop somebody from having a better life. And why wouldn't you not say to this person, this life that you live in? And I'm quite sure I think that some of you did tell Knucklehead, why are you going against the grain like that? Yo, that's crazy. Like that's dangerous. It is. And danger to himself because he's the type of person that, oh, I could just do anything. I'm a loose cannon. I like going against the grain. So when you do and you cross all your bridges and now you ain't got no friends and now everybody looking at you, talking about you, nobody want to get with you. So you like, I say to myself, I bet you do. I say to myself too, because I don't need the rest of you. That don't mean I don't got people in the world. I just don't need a lot of people in my personal space. You are lonely because you disgrace yourself and everybody probably finding out too much that yeah, you crazy, you wild. Like both demons, all three went that low. All four. It doesn't matter how many of you. All of you could stoop that low, cousins and all could stoop that low to want something just to see. Because they have to know if I'm something, what the hell? Like, damn, maybe Gabby got some shit. We need to find out what he's on. And your dumb self don't even see it like that because they're going to use your weakness because your weakness is women, boobies, and getting high and shit. And they used it on you. And they knew that it was going to, oh, we know his style. We find somebody that got a little shape and shit and something to get you Oh, snap. Now you lose your goddamn mind and forget these people are serpents and they taught you how to be a snake too. And if the same way you was trying to bite up on me, you was getting bit too. And I knew, and I told you, I said, well, I spoke it and I'm speaking it out loud because everybody that did the same thing to me, everything gonna happen to the same thing to all of you. Everybody's gonna have somebody that they care about, and everybody gonna have somebody that whatever you did is gonna hurt your worse. Because you better think about it and you better know it that don't count yourselves out unless you want to jump out the window and take yourselves out. Other than that, endure it. Why? Because y'all wanted to be like me. They didn't want me to have nothing. You wanted everything of me. So since you want everything of me, you have no idea what I've been through. So then you have to endure everything that I went through. If you want me to struggle, then you got to struggle too. You want me to have no home with no kids? You want my kids to be without a mother? For those that did, then that's the same thing. You got to endure too. If you want somebody man and you want somebody that you think you're going to have a happily ever after, somebody else is going to come and do the same shit. Why? Because that's the same thing. It's not going to be even because nothing was even or fair to me. So do you think the Most High would let you have a goddamn life after doing something deceitful to his plan and to his heart? This was his love. And I went to all of you and I loved you genuinely. And you thought it was a good thing to go around and try to hurt me because I cared. So you see how crazy that sounds? Yeah, she cares. We got to get rid of this caring person out of here. Oh, this caring person's going to make us look bad. Why couldn't you take it as a compliment from the Most High? Or just be thankful that somebody even gave a damn to even think about doing the things that they did. Not just for you, but just to be around, to open a home and show themselves. I have nothing to hide. You would have to make up everything, but do you think the universe ain't keeping count? You think that these cameras is the only cameras they got around here? Do you think it ain't nothing else that's watching us down here? You think it ain't nothing else watching us and that can record some shit about us because it ain't happened yet? You think that ain't nothing watching us other than the stupid ass government that y'all proudly boastful or talk about? If your life is living wrong, it don't mean that the government, everybody is wrong in it. It's the people that makes it wrong. What makes it wrong? The good ones is the ones that's up to keep everything balanced and to be more righteous and to stand up for those that's being taken advantage of. If you've been doing this for a long time and you came around this one, just believe you came for the wrong one. Yeah, came from the wrong one. If somebody tell you, if you ever met somebody in this lifetime that tell you they could hear you and they know we're around you and they can hear you talking about them, but you ain't talking about them good, it doesn't matter what, if they can hear you and they can tell you something that you said, I don't care how many times, if they only told you one time, that don't mean they only heard you that one time. That means they let you know that one time. That should tell you, I got to stop messing with this person. Either I'm going to respect them or I got to get the fuck away, because if I ain't going to treat them right and they know something and I ain't never heard nobody say that, I was already different than the rest of the different. I was your first love, your real love. And that's why they knew. How did they know that you really love someone? Because the people that sacrifice, they got to sacrifice the one they love the most. So while you thought they was that you was being strategic and you were showing her, no, I don't care about her. I could just do this to her. Yeah, you would have to get rid of the one you care about the most. And the Lord said, I think not. So think what that means. If that enemy that y'all went to, well, it's not even an enemy because it works for the Most High. Y'all just the enemy. It's there to set you up. Everybody in the world, that's his job, to go around, everybody that want to call. So you don't just pick on people. Y'all call on it, and then y'all know who the people is. So that spirit know how to work with you. So it implants and insert energy and the spirit in you. So now when you sitting around these people, they got monitoring spirits. So that spirit is monitoring the person that it sent you to. Now you no longer yourself. Now people that think their family is their goddamn family, and I just said monitoring goddamn spirits. That means you can't see that. That means you have to be somebody that's in your whole spiritual self, which is your pure self and your conscious self, that you can see some shit with your spiritual eyes, and you can listen to some shit with your spiritual ears, and you can feel with your spiritual heart, you can feel with your spiritual gut, you can feel with all the senses that God made and said, I made you incredibly got there and fiercely made. And somebody didn't got there and believe it. They lost hope and fear of themselves, and they ran over there and said, can I play with you? Say I gave up on life and somebody hurt me, so can you give me powers to hurt other people and make me strong so I can be deceitful in a nice way? Sure. I'd like you to have a special talent, young man. Come. The worst thing that ever happened to somebody in their life is going that way and thinking that, well, I was always evil. This is where I grew up. Everybody, a lot of family members and people, families around the world, around the city, state, country, around the way, the neighborhoods. Listen, these people is covered underneath the skin in a bodysuit. How do you know the righteous one? They only talk one way. They uplifting. It's natural. You can feel it. It's genuine. It's no deceit in it. It's nothing. There's no jealousy or malice. There's no evil intent. It's a person, a spirit that wouldn't even harm a child. It's loving. It's pure. It's honest. It's going to tell you some things in a way where you don't want to acknowledge it. But if your spirit is that and you hanging with people, what do it tell of you? And what spirit and what life do you think you're going to have because of that? If I was to be as do everything that was done to me, or I felt like whatever the world did to, send people and made life hard and everything, why I don't take no pills. I don't drink. I don't smoke. I'm not doing a goddamn thing. When I say I don't smoke, I'm talking about I never did hardcore drugs other than weed. I never smoked nothing white, in sight, or none of that. So if somebody ever say I did or tried to do anything, it is a lie. I gotta say that it's a lie. I never did any drugs. Weed to me is not. That's a plant. That's all. I ain't never put nothing white, whatever they call rulers, crullers, or whatever it is. I never took acid. I ain't never take no type of different drugs, pills, or none of that. I've been around. I've seen some things that I looked at life, and I saw what I didn't want to do. Would somebody choose one experience? Just because you see it, you gotta. Everybody's not strong in themselves. Some people's weak. They want to do everything that somebody else is doing. If somebody else tried what they said, you'd be like, oh well, I trust my friend. My friend said, and this is the same. It's one of those things that happened to DMX when he talked about how he had a older elder friend that looked out for him when he was out there. His mom didn't really understand what kind of kid he was, but the thing was, he didn't know that when the dudes passed him a blunt, he's thinking it's a blunt, it's weed, but it was already wrapped. He didn't see what was in it. When I'm telling you that, I don't know. I don't think he meant him probably no harm. I don't know, but it can be looked. I gotta say that. I'm gonna say, yeah. If I know that I put something in or you eating something or whatever, like some people don't like pepper in their food, like hot pepper or cayenne or too much or hot sauce, and they don't know. They can't really detect it. They don't see it and they don't smell it. Or you put something hot, but they can't really, you use a pepper or whatever it is, and they don't know it's in their food, and they can't take nothing hot. But you put something in there, they end up getting the plate that you gave, and you put something hot in it, and you don't tell that person, and you give it to them, and you say eat, because they was waiting to eat. They know that they're waiting for some food, and it's about to go down. They already know who your cooking is or whatever, so or they know who you is. They ain't going. It's not a problem. All right. So they go eat and it burned the hell out of them. And now you want to say sorry. but the damage is done because now they're allergic, or it did something where it wasn't a little mild, wasn't a little bit high, it was a whole lot, and it was a whole lot intentional. What I'm saying is, if you don't tell somebody something that you did, and you giving them, oh, I forgot to tell you. If it's going to be something detrimental that can harm someone, pay attention to what I'm saying. Smaller things have less weight. Oh, I forgot to put sugar in your tea. Even if you did, and even if you did it on purpose, and you said, "Oh, I forgot," is that bad? Yeah, but it's not life threatening. It's not something that is. You got to understand the difference of what I'm trying to say. Not putting sugar, or telling somebody said, "Well, put sugar in my tea or my coffee, or I want it black, or I want," and then you say, "Oh, I forgot, I put milk in it," because you know the person ain't really. That's how you make yours, so you know the person gonna be like, "Nah, I don't. Never mind, I don't want it. You can have it." You know why? You gonna be like, I'm sorry, my bad. You know you did that because you knew the person was not going to drink it if they drink just black coffee, or you don't put no milk in it because they ask for milk, so you don't put it. You leave it black because you know they're not going to drink it either way. Either you gonna make them waste their money, or you gonna drink it, or you gonna be like, "Oh, my bad, I'm sorry," or throw it away or whatever. Listen to what I'm trying to say. If you're doing something intentional, it doesn't matter how small it is, but smaller things have smaller risk. In this case, rolling up something that can give you something addictive, that can change your life, is more effective. You understand what I'm saying? So when somebody don't know and it's on a regular, and then they later on they find out, but they don't understand why they hooked to something that they didn't know, it's mean. It is meanness, especially for somebody you trust. Now, I don't think he intentionally like hurt him in a more aggressive way, but that's enough hurt right there. So when our loved ones is doing things that we don't think they would do, yes, do these enemies take a chance at seeking for things like that? They look to see the things that bother you so they could go and do it. Stupid, right? I don't know, but they look at, they think everybody's the same, everybody's gullible. You should have knew the way I talked to you. You should have knew I was different the way I treated you. You should have knew I was different the way how I showed you different things and with the things that I was into. If you wasn't robbing with it, but you was happy, but you went and talked to other people, you shouldn't have said nothing about it. I hope you learning as I'm learning. That's why I said I would not tell my friends a goddamn thing. And these are not going to be friends I would have to talk to anyway about, because they're not going to be on that level. Everybody going to understand you reach the level where you can be mature enough to handle you and your partner's relationship without adding other members. Why? Because anything that comes from the Lord is going to be able to sustain. It will be understandable. It's not a push and pull. It's not a hot and cold. Let me figure out if I like you. Let me figure out if I like them. Let me see who do me better. Let me see who got the most attention when I walk with them. Let me see. Listen, you should see by the way you feel in your spirit, and that should be enough for you. If somebody don't like what makes you happy, why you care about them? What man is you, or what woman is you, that you need your family's approval? I got to see if they like you and see what they think. I got to go what they say, but if they tell me to go here, you have got to grow up, because the man I saw is two different versions. And if the version of you that was a pretender, I don't care. You pretended very well because you needed to act like you had sense, because you acted like you had sense when you was around me. Now when I'm here and I was like, damn, he ain't had sense at all. I don't know. I'm thinking that these people's making fun at you and they making you like you slow and you have real serious problems more than me. And if you're able to just do all these things, you don't care nothing about yourself. You just jumping out the park. You just friend like you don't got no proof in the world. But now you got common sense, because when they spell work, Listen, I'm not blaming you for everything. I'm saying when you thinking that these are your peoples and these same peoples are setting you up because they doing spell work and shit, and you thinking, well, oh, outside of the spell work, I did fall in love. I think I still love you. That's crazy. You can keep that because once I know that it's not. I'm like, oh, you talk to me. You see, I want to see what's real because of your mouth. Everybody, when a person mouth moves and they spirit don't move according, it don't mean that you're going to hit every home run. You're going to do every jackpot. Life is going to be hard. Yes, I know it's a challenge, but I'm rather the challenge naturally than for people making it hard and sprinkling things and messing up people's life. Because if you're doing that, then think about what's those same ones that you friends and cool with is going to do that to you. Why? Because they don't want you if they can't go along, they're gonna try to stop you. And you gotta look at it that way. This one, she may be pretty, she may have this, she may be this, and have that. The other one got this going on. And if you just looking for shit to move on, just mooch off, yeah, ladies, if you want a moocher in your life, you can. If you want a man that that's going to be playing games and don't really know how to just really get into one woman and then got all other areas where other women is jealous and people's crazy. I don't need no crazy friends and no crazy man that got craziness. You cannot, and you are not allowed. No one at all. I'm not arguing with nobody. Your spirit ain't right and you ain't healed. Healed people is not looking to get even with nobody. So if somebody think, oh, she gonna do you bad, she gonna do you the same. You don't know nothing about me. Please stop talking about me unless you got something good to say about me. If you ain't got nothing good to say, don't say anything because it could be detrimental to your health. It is not the other way. It is not equal. It is not the same. If I'm not talking down on you, I'm going to tell the truth. If I'm telling the truth about who people is and your spirit is a certain way, I can talk about your attribute, who you was to me. I'm not telling them making nothing up on. If you was a certain way to me, then I can say that. Why? Because I didn't come after nobody. Everybody came after me and got and did a deal and wanted to keep secrets. My family ain't playing that. So I'm not saying nothing that is not already known. I'm not doing that. I'm just saying, leave me alone. Because if you don't, everything that you're doing is still it's still gonna come up to you. I'm just saying it's better to stop so you can stop adding up. So you can start seeing at least I could have a little leeway. If you don't want that, no problem. Keep going. So you can just keep taking yourself out of here. No problem. Love yourself. If you love others, you should be kind and be cautious that what you want for yourself, that you should want that for others. If you don't wish nothing, that you don't want nothing to happen back to you. Don't wish none. Don't pray for nothing. Don't do nothing. Don't speak ill if you don't want ill to come back to you. Now, I knew that none of y'all was going to mature to the level where it's going to be where God can use you to increase you. I knew where y'all was going to stay at because y'all was caring about the worldly things, the jobs. Oh, I want to. I'm not. I wasn't against you. I said whatever you want to do. Where everybody level was, I was. I mean, everybody did what they wanted to be and experience in their life, so I supported it. Right? You wanted to be you wanted to be whatever it is in nursing school, whatever you did. I was happy for you. Why couldn't you be the same? Why are you looking at something and questioning me about my life and about who's who or what you think about my life? Very inconsiderate. Very. My mom passed. You want to ask me about what's going on with you and your partner. You're both alive. I don't care. I got something I'm thinking about. I'm just naming some things that stuck out to me. So when I'm thinking about this little rendezvous, yeah, it was set up. I was targeted to have all these things, and guess what? I still passed. And didn't even know. Listen. I don't play these games, so I don't know what. Um, I just know when something don't look right. I know to walk away. If I see somebody walking away, I saw you backing up. Everybody like, all right. If I didn't do nothing, and if I didn't tell you to get out, And you just don't. That guilty people do guilty things. Y'all move all the same. Y'all talk the same. Guilty people. Y'all got all this kind of like a guilty kind of stupidness. I'm not gonna tell you everything because none of y'all goddamn business. Y'all just do. Guilty people just move or say something in the wrong goddamn way when you're talking against somebody that isn't the truth because they lived that life. I came from not knowing to knowing. So now I know bullshit when I hear it or see it. If you move a certain way, if you say anything that's this is okay, I'm not gonna argue with you. I want you to hear yourself so you can know why I am who I said I am, and my family and the Most High is saying it. I didn't have to make it up. It's telling this is who she is because I made her that way. He made y'all all your way. Y'all choose to go the other way. No, Lord, we don't want to be a part of you. We're going with the other one that you made, the one that goes against you. You see, that already proved that y'all just loyal people. That's why you can't be on his team because y'all choose to go with the world. The world don't care nothing about what the Most High want us to do and care about ourselves, straighten ourselves up, treat ourselves like women, stop shaking every goddamn thing, stop exposing all our body parts, stop looking sexy for some unwanted men and want to share and be in a polygram and you want to share around and be like, yeah, because it helps all of us. We all work and we can all take care of each other and we can all screw on each other. We can all do mean things and diabolical things to other people. We're going to use our men to go after the good girls and then make them spend money on us because we ain't shit, but we got a little job, but we ain't got what they got. And then the men is stupid enough, they like looking at the good girls, the good woman, and they like, yeah. And they could have been masculines, could have been a divine. But they looking at these broken ass women, and the women is and the men is not really caring. They be like, yeah, we give them a little something because we all just playing a game. We just playing it up. We fakers. We don't give a damn because we the fake ones and nobody called us out yet. Until now. Is she laughing? Is she laughing? I'm like, look, I just think about being yourself. Be your true authentic self. That way you could talk about your flaws. You could talk about your mistakes. You could say if you had an experience on the other side. I had experience on the other side with a female at one time in my life. And a few back when I was young, and it's not a long experience. It wasn't something I knew that I could. That's going to be me. I wasn't attracted to it. I'm glad some things didn't stay. That's not a part. But I can't say I never. You see how that go? You see how a person can be honest and say some truthful things about themselves that they don't need other people to say, well, and whatever I did and whatever was my past, God, the Most High still chose me. It doesn't matter what your cricklings say about me and try to distort my personality, my character, and the way I think and how I feel in relationships. I'm single. You thought that I was after you, that I was going to open my legs to everybody because I said I want a relationship. I wanted a meaningful man to love me and be respectful to me. And you thought that because if you left out, I was going to be everything like the rest of y'all, the chicks you get, everybody's going to be Listen, I know my worth. I understand that it's not just my worth. I know and love the being that I am because I understand that I represent love and encouragement and uplifting, even for your broken people, even for the ones, if you want to change, you would have to look and listen. What was I thinking and what was I chasing so I can understand why this is happening. And if you don't understand, then you can't reverse or stop something. You will have to. It's not, well, you said we was cursing, we're going to be doomed, so it don't make sense to get better. It absolutely do. Because when you do, now you can start working on your karma. You can start understanding instead of being angry. You can understand how to reverse it. Oh, I needed to go in. This happened because I was feeling like this, or I was around these people. Be careful, because people that's getting their karma. That universe, it didn't forget, no matter how long ago it was, no matter how long or how many years ago, however many people that one or that soul offended, That's for each and every one of you. How many people you deceived? How many people that deceived you? If you in God's hands, everybody's getting their due back because everything got to be justified for the justice of righteousness of everything got to balance itself out. Everybody, if you didn't have nothing and you stole something and you gained something from stealing something, whether you gained some wisdom or momentum that you didn't have or you sold or whatever you did or took somebody's story or wherever how it went, stole somebody's phone, looking at stuff, whatever it is, if you attach to anybody that's doing these things or you one of those people, please understand you're going to be dealt with and it's going to be equal and everybody's going to get their just due. Whatever part you put in, whatever part everybody want to play, remember the world is a big stage. Everybody could be actors. How come you don't say this? I do. I told you. If we the same, we would not be on the opposite. You'll be sitting on the side. Everybody, it's not sitting next to me like you got to be in my house, but you will be equal minds. If we wouldn't have lost touch. Oh, friends don't speak to each other all the time. I know that. If you moved away, but if I could travel to you, you can't tell me about nothing about that. If I could call you and if I could stay at your house and I could come see you, then you're gonna tell me, but I don't do that. I don't just go tonight. Well, if you like that, what? I stayed at your house. If I could stay at your house, if I could take you in and I can feed you and you said, I need help and I help you. You don't remember that? I'm not good for that. Not even. Even if it was to come. To oh, if you don't got no place to invite me. I told my sister, well, yeah, be talking the same stupid shit. Yeah, she don't be having nothing to do. She just want us to just I'm not doing that. Yeah, who's doing that? Going to somebody's house to just people have things at their house, or even if they didn't. I'm one of those. I'm not just one of I'm just a couch potato. I just like or just come and I ain't got nothing going on, but you could just come and I'm what you wanna do? I ain't doing nothing. But even if so, if you my people, why can't I come and sit with you? Why can't I spend time with you if you could do it for me? That tells me a lot about your spirits. It told me a lot how you really felt about me. And I like that you said it. Because I said, I'm like, whatever. I outgrew whatever it is that I said or whatever it was that I don't even care. I got to see who's who, and it doesn't matter because God still said, never mind, these people are separated from you. And that's why I told you. I said, everything is not, when people do grow up and got a different path, that's what that is. Everybody that chose their path, the ones that nobody's having nothing happening with their kids or their home, everything that was happening to me or was thrown at me or whatever it was, known and unknown. But I see the trickles, I can feel it. And I'm saying, I'm asking, leave me alone. To anyone, those are to the ones that are still doing things and still, I don't care how high you is, how small you are, what you thinking about, how rich you are, who you think you know, who you call on. I got one that got all the power and I know how to zap a power that came from him and is used in the wrong way to something that's projected to himself or anything that's covering. You can't use his own power on the power where the source came from. Think about it. It sounds ludicrous. And then you want somebody to think that, oh, they calling me crazy. They think yes, everything you thought about me is what I'm saying to you because apparently I wasn't so dumb after all. Oh, she got to be stupid because I wouldn't. Okay, so that's why I said, well, think about why you didn't get picked because a lot of people would not have been able to stand nothing that I went through and be able to not let this world change you and to still have a spirit and still be strong and still be loving and still could smile and still be strong and still could hurt at the same time, but don't hurt enough to want to hurt another soul. Not even yours. I just say return to sender. I want you to think about what you're doing so you can get understanding of why you should not go around making mischief on others because it doesn't feel good. You have to be appreciative of life. If you're not, then why should the Most High be appreciative of your life? Why? If you don't like other people's life and you don't like the life you have and you don't like what you got, but you rather take something from somebody else and you want somebody else to feel sad because that makes you happy inside. You're an empty vessel. You gave away your life, your soul. You gave it away. Why? Because you don't like, you want to get everything up front. You don't want to wait. These are impatient peoples in the world. These are Asians. These are, I don't care what kind of nationality, Switzerland, Benign, Benjamin, I don't care where they from. I'm just telling you, it doesn't matter. LA, Cleveland, Texas. Oh, Texas is hot. They be talking about it like, what's going on in Texas? I got family there. They all doing weird shit. The family keeping secrets. I'm like, what the hell are y'all keeping secrets for? Oh, we doing a family reunion. You doing a family? Oh, we tracing the bloodline. You tracing the bloodline. Who are you trying to find? Oh, we looking for. We looking. All right. What I'm saying is, people that keep secrets. This is not the time. All secrets that was a secret is getting exposed. Why? Is that time? And plus, I want to know. Especially it got something to do with me. I want to know. You say, you want to know? You can handle it? Well, I asked. I think I went through enough. I don't know. Whatever it is, I want to know it because in order to know the truth, it doesn't matter how much it hurts. It's how much it's going to make out of you. If you're scared to feel something, then you're not ready to go through nothing and you ain't trying to grow. If you're trying to stop something, this is for all of you. If something needs to happen and you're trying to prevent it from happening, you're not trying to grow. If you did something, they said if you did the time, then you should do the crime. If it took you the time to do it, and if it comes to a crime, and a crime is you don't get no man, you don't end up happy, you end up bad, or whatever it is, be okay with the outcome because these are the things that you made a choice on. Free will. I bet it at all costs. I don't give a damn, man or woman. How many of you said that? Children included, if they are. I don't care what kid it is. If you're on the wrong side, you going to stay there. I'm not helping no goddamn body. If the Lord didn't send you to me and didn't say this one, you got to tell me. Because if that same spirit, if the Most High ain't telling me and ain't sending somebody right to me and I don't dream about it and I know that dream coming back right, you cannot, well, you could try it. It's better for you to be your real self. And your real self should have, if you got real self, and that means that if you didn't learn nothing, you don't got no compassion, you don't really feel bad, like for real, like you don't feel no remorse, like, damn, who I did this to, the Most High. I disrespected the power that be. That is the power that be, not this thing that they call Illuminati and all that crap with the industry and all them. Not them. That's not the real power. That's the power down here for this for people that can't control themselves and people that keep doing the wrong thing, going in the system, going against the grain. And then you got the other ones that's hiding here, but them asses get locked up, but they pay or they suck off or open their legs. Either way, somebody doing something. They either turning around, bending over, licking, sticking. They doing the whole thing just to keep themselves out because they got coverage where they can do strange things for change or sell their body. Either way, same thing. That's why our heart chakra, the aura of the heart, is green. The color of the natural organ is red, but the aura, the glow of it is green. And while many people choose to, to use money, that's where their heart is. They traded their heart for the money. Because why did they make money green? They knew what they was doing. They knew. They knew a lot of us was going to pick that first and say, oh, this is how we get food. This is how I get my drugs. This is how I take care of my living. Whatever somebody said about me, I hope you could be able to handle it because they're going to say some things, and it's going to be like, well, we're going to see if you can handle it. I am. I'm not yelling and I'm not angry because I don't have to be. I don't need to be angry. I need to understand why minds think like that and what level of position of life that would make a person choose this route. So I got to understand. I'm not going to say it right now. I pretty much explained it in so many little words. No love for yourself. You have to be a person that if you could sleep with everybody's man that your sister or your friends get, or just want somebody that to be around somebody that they had, and you just wants to be and they like, but not in a good way. You didn't appreciate nothing about yourself. I appreciated you. I admired you as being, even though we wasn't close, but I never had no malice for you. I couldn't even imagine that you had all this hatred for me, that you don't want me to have nothing. The man you got married and you got married and you want the man that I'm dating, that I was seeing, and regardless of our circumstance, it was nobody's business, but you interfered and everybody interfered and the other one didn't care. She wanted something and she couldn't wait because guess what? If he ever tried, we gonna tell. We got you on candy camera. I got you on record. We got you saying what you said. I got you with pictures and places that you wasn't supposed to be and people you shouldn't be with. They cornered your dumb ass. You think I didn't know that? So I know. That's why you have to sit down. But then you need to think about all these people you did that to or for. While you still laughing with them, do you still think they cool with you? Even though I laugh with you, I don't know. I gotta watch you because now I see you for who you is, for who you chose to be. Even though you was faking. That's why I said, listen, I don't want to meet your representative. I want to know the real you. You can't scare me off. Don't listen to these people. You should have been honest to me, guys. I wouldn't do nothing up in your face. I never called the cops on you. I didn't need to. But you treated the wrong one the worst way. The wrong one the worst way for the wrong reason. That was what's meant for you. You knew something, but you let the enemy tell you, or the tricksters. Those are your enemies. Because if you don't consider them your enemies, I'm going to tell you, those are your enemies. Because your enemies was enemies to me, and they sent you to come after me, and you said gladly, how much is it? Did you think? I don't know if you put more thought into it, because the thought should have said, yeah, nah, I'm not going to do that. She don't. You didn't look at anything. And they looked at that and they got joy. And they said, we got him. Now, while you all in your own way and you all sidetracked it, there comes the snakes slithering with a nice one, looking cute. Hey, hey, yeah. Hey, boo. Hey, G. What's good? You sad? I can make you happy. You ain't got to be sad over here. Whether it's listen, all y'all could fight over the wrong thing. Y'all could fight over the wrong one. I'm the best one. And all of you got to compete against one. That means that you have to imitate the best because you cannot be the original. You need the original to be a copycat. Because who you copying after? Because I ain't copying after none of you. I already know where my juice come from. And I didn't think nobody was that jealous of me. I really didn't think that nobody, I mean, when I seen it, I would say it. I mean, and I'm like, if I said it, I'm right. Little sis, I said it to you. So don't be like, oh, she had to, why she didn't say that? I said it to you. If I had conversations, I ask you, yo, how you really feel? What's going on? You want to keep your mouth closed? I don't know. And you kind of, I don't like all that because that just make me, and make a person like me think that's something wrong. And I got to be suspicious of you. If you moving funny, you kind of like, and I don't do all of that. Because no man should be moving that way if it's just about women. I'm just saying, yes, it does pique curiosity. I don't know what the hell it is. And it may not be nothing. It may not, I'm not saying that's for everybody. But I'm saying certain when men get in these groups and they go into these little shenanigans and they don't know how to treat women. That's exactly a lot of times they know how to treat their boys. They loyal to they bros before hoes. They'll say nah, 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 and it's really like that. You'll find that the ones that be hanging out with their homeboys and they make homeboy times and oh, I'm going out for my birthday with my man. All right, so where's your friends? And you don't get to see all their friends. I learned they ain't never. One thing I learned that you can do something one time in goddamn life, and that's it. You ain't gotta keep experiencing if you don't want to. I did something long enough. That's so I don't have to experience it, and my kids don't have to go. If I fought for something, I did something. I don't want something for everybody else to have to do if I'm doing it. That's not just pay attention to the ones that know what I'm saying without me having to go through everything. If the Lord, there's certain things that you go through so other people don't have to go through it. Why? Because you did it. That's why the Lord said, I give you redemption so you can learn. And we wherever how long it is that we got to stay in our learning stage, that's how long we got to stay till we get it. So if we don't get it, that's how long you got to stay there. Okay? You don't matter how many different people you get. You can start over, you still won't go through the same thing. Why? Because you didn't change your spirit. You won't keep going through the same thing and until you learn. You ain't learn. As soon as you learn the lesson, it goes like this. Pew, you on to the next. To the next lesson in life is preparing you. If you don't want to be prepared and you only want to see the worst side of you, yes, please stay on your side. Please believe that if you made that declaration, for those of you that chose the lesser, the little joker, y'all wanted to play with the little joker team because it looks good. It looks good. They dress you up. It's fame and you don't feel nothing. Everything feels good and looks pretty and bouncy and handsome, and you got all these things at your disposal. It's money that you didn't earn about shit and on some of the things you make believe and all that and make believe on me. Whatever. I'm just saying, when you finish making believe out here and you feel everything that looks good, and guess what? In the industry, ain't we hearing about them having suicide? Robin Williams, he was a great actor. I didn't know much about him, except seeing him act like the rest of us. Unless you knew him and you got to go hang out with him and you got to sit down and had a cup of coffee and actually, you don't really know these people, but we know them for their job, for their business that they show. I'm saying is these people got all this money. Why are they killing themselves? Why some of them are saying they crazy? Why are they cloning some of them? Why are they making doubles out of them? They made the doubles out of a lot of them. And they acting like some of these people still here. I'm like, I don't know who they talking about. That's Jay-Z. I'm not. Y'all people, y'all, if y'all watch, y'all can't. Y'all have to. Not that's not for everybody because some of us pay attention to the originals when they originally came out, how they originally looked, how they originally talked. What was their body structure? If you paid attention to detail, you should know when you're being tricked. A lot of people can't tell, and they when you got somebody that can see, I'm like, oh, that's not Michelle. You mean you talking about Obama? That's not a man. That's a lady. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I thought the same way. They be tricking us. When I say trick, they be like tricking for kids. They be tricking us like how you would trick your child, and you find out that even they smart, and they be like, nah, I don't eat tricks no more because that's for kids. And you be like, yeah, you still you be like, nah, I'll brew that. You got adults that are still children and they still letting the system trick the shit out of them. Why? Because it keeps showing them illusions and colors and shit and put different colors and flavors and like, watch this. Oh, look at this. Be here. And you're like, damn, this looks so good. And it's pulling on your weakness because you're like, damn, I want, but you're not looking at the weakness is to weaken your soul. And it's taking you away from something that can give you way more than what you're trying to settle for. And if your mind is not strong enough to remember that when it's happening, you won't fall back. and fall right in the same trap. And guess what? That's what they want. Because those are the ones that wanted you to fall because they didn't expect you to pass and do nothing. So now you're on 18 looking like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And you stupid because that's still saying, yeah, yeah, yeah. And you still telling the Most High that you ain't changing. Guess what that means? It would sound like, I got to get this ninja out of here. Or you want to piss them. Either way, the Most High, my family, and you got to learn to be respectful. And they said, well, who's that? Is that the dads? No, they not goddamn dead. They alive and goddamn well. They call the invisible goddamn family members, the ones that people overlook. And they thought that they could mess with you because those are the ones they took from you. And those are the ones that looks over you, whether somebody took them or not. Whether no matter which way which way they went. If those are ones that loved you because you took care of them, do you think those same ones ain't gonna watch out for you and watch you in your sleep and fight for you? I wanted them to tell you, then I'm a witness and I'm telling you how it goes. And yes, they get down the same way if they was out here. And if they had to do some things and block some things and do some things, they was wild. They was off the chain too. I got them too. Everybody, listen, they know how to roll. They know how to rumble. You call, and then when they coming up against mine, they understand. No, we don't want, because you got to be respectful to something that's for you. That's principle. That's authority. That has ranking. That has a certain thing that you call respect. Is royalty. Is dignity. You got to fall back in line. You got to understand that it's certain things that you just don't force. You just can't be like, well, I don't like. It's disrespectful. And I don't see you like that, so I ain't gonna treat you. I don't see you like that. You don't see. I don't see why you think you this. I don't see why you think you could be. You shouldn't talk like this. You shouldn't be like that. I'm gonna be the way I am. I'm gonna be the way I was born. I'm gonna talk the way how I always did. I spoke up for myself. If I'm right and I'm fair, then I'm gonna say that. I'm telling you that it is a such thing that you're supposed to give. I don't do anything. I think about my land, my lineage. When you think about the people that came before you, how hard it was to get to a place in your own spirit or in your own family, just to be ourselves. And because when things was going, before they started lying to us and telling us that we ain't who we are and being spiritual is a curse. Curse your own goddamn self because that means you don't believe who you are and you ain't nothing because you believe in something else other than you look in the mirror, put on makeup or whatever, even if you do whatever it is, you put on a wig or whatever, because we do, and whatever you put on, you're looking at yourself. Like, and you would count yourself out because the world said blot you out. Don't count none of yourself. Don't count none of your experience. You're looking at yourself. You dress yourself. You go outside, you make calls, or you travel. Whatever you're going to do, whether you're going to do a business, a job, or you're going to do something evil. I don't give a damn what you're going to do. But the point is you doing it. You don't see yourself, whether you see yourself being evil or Knievel or conniving or being helped or whatever, being good and doing a good deed for a good reason or whatever it is. Can't you see that you got to use yourself? And this world told us to look outside yourself because you can't compare yourself to a righteousness of God, of something higher, because we all mistakes. And none of us is perfect. Did it say that? Do all of us not, most of us not believe that? We do. I don't believe that. I don't give a damn what it's talking about. You can't tell me, I mean, after when you wake up and you realize, like, nah, you can't tell me I'm a goddamn mistake when the Lord said, I made you wonderfully and perfectly made. That means he gave us, we was born with a sense of knowing. A sense of knowing when we're in danger, when something feels weird, if something is off. I can feel when things is trying to attack to me. I know when somebody's trying to use my energy. I know when somebody's doing something to me. You better be aware of who your goddamn self and who you better have. You better have the righteous power covering you. Because if you're doing, you cannot. No one. When I say no one, I mean zero zilch. No one, not even a baby inside. Nobody is born with no power that is not covered by the power that give all authority. So either you going to Satan, that one got power too. You gotta go somewhere. If you in the middle, you gonna get kicked out because nobody know who's that. Nobody. I mean, like who, who you with? All right, you've been over here. Satan don't want you talking about his ass either. Like you don't like, yeah, I don't work. Yeah, be like, nah, but the devil don't mind us lying about him. That's not. Yeah, we could say, oh, nah, I don't never work for that. Nah, I don't represent. But the Most High, you can't say that. You can say it. You gonna. It's not a. It's, listen, to be on his team, you gotta be loyal. You gotta be a loyal being. Like somebody respectable, because every last one of us, that's why we all talk the same. We all understand. We don't have to be all on the same. We need to be on the same vibe to understand that. Nah, you don't lie on the Most High. You don't try to act like you don't know. That's why would you deny the power that gave you life and the one that can take it at any time? And if you think the little joker got more shine and more weight than the Most High, and it takes that power and give it to the power that you was trying to steal or make mischief with, what? I'm just saying. Or he take all his power back and you ain't got nothing. Now you living in this world as a fallen one. The beast that we call, if somebody calling on that one, that spirit, that energy, that ancestor that y'all got, right? Because they pass down, they do. Why I'm saying that? Because it's not just other people's family. My family told me that I got witches and darkness, dark ones, and my whole family line. That's on both sides. Excuse me. That's dad and mom's. I do. I don't know nothing about none of them because my spirit is not like none of them. They're not gonna come with fangs and horns out their head and all painted red and like on the hot sauce bottle, the red devil and all that. Be realistic. It's more than that. The spirit is hiding in the vessel. They spirit. You better know somebody by the spirit. If I know you by your spirit, I got your whole history and your whole goddamn plan. I don't give a damn what you talking about. I ain't even got to sit down and know you. If I know you did something to one, and I seen how that one is, and I know that one hang with all of I got everybody. I know everything that I need to know, and that's it. How you know? None of your goddamn business. Because if you was minding your business, you should have not came for me. You should have knew. Somebody should have said, "Yeah, I'm gonna back up. I'm gonna back up. Let me go on and sit down. Let me go and sit down and find something safe to do." That's what y'all was supposed to do. After you keep seeing this not working, and the person that keep doing something, and everybody keep being friends with that dumb person, y'all was supposed to leave that person out in the cold because you could have seen. Stop doing, because even if y'all not, well, I ain't still doing it, but that one is everybody that was down, and because you're all connected, if one keep doing, everybody's affected. Do you not understand that? The spirit connects you to the person that's doing the stupidest thing, and you're always starting to do it together. One of them out of the dum dums out of the group keep doing it. Somebody says stop doing it. You need to sit that person all the way down and say stop, because that means that you're gonna mess everybody up, and that means my life is gonna get more messed up than it already is. Don't add on. That's what's happening when you keep having somebody not listening. Man or woman, I don't give a damn how many of you. And then it took men and women to come at the one woman. What's wrong with every last one of you? What's wrong? You can't tell me that no man is in his right mind that would trigger and go after another woman that's a woman with children because she got something going on, or she's somebody, or God gave her favor that the rest of y'all didn't get. So we jealous and we mad. Yeah, yeah. And then they send the best one. And I told you, I said, whoever they send, the closest one, that's the one that it's going to get all the blame. Why? When everything turned to you, is going to be you and the other crippling, whoever came up with the stupid ass idea, and how many people joined in. Y'all follow that? pay attention to that, then you could get a bang out of life to understand how and what made you get off track. You're all filled, not by me. You're filled by the Most High because the Creator created you. When you look in the mirror, did you think about yourself, how He created you? Why didn't you find something, anything about you that you could look back at your life and say, I did made it through that? I remember when I had a time where I should have been happy for myself and nobody was proud of me. They didn't celebrate me. Do you know what happens to these people? They end up looking at life didn't do them good. They mother or somebody didn't care and they get jealous of how you raise your kids and with the relationship I have with my mom. A lot of friends that I had seen the relationship I have with my mom and didn't like it. If my own sister didn't like it, then I'm quite sure, I'm certain that the men and that was in my life and the friends and the people that was a part of my life, actually even when I'm my younger age, they didn't have that relationship, that love, that closeness. So they saw it, instead of embracing it, some of them did, but the other ones didn't, and they use it and smile. Man, I wonder what you going. You got to come with something because I deserve to know, and especially when you trick somebody for the rest of you tricking somebody, making them, and didn't even know that they was using them, or did they? At first, I'm gonna just say didn't know that they was used as a pawn to take their own self out, their other half. By who? A hating ass sister and stupid ass family members that said, yeah, go with that one. Because they didn't know that was going to be their family disaster. The hater that hated the one that was the best one. Oh no, because she's not so much what I love, but who I am. Oh no, she not gonna like, she ain't gonna agree. No, I don't agree with doing fuck shit to people. So yeah, no, I wouldn't have been part of your team. But I wouldn't look down on you either. I just, and why would you look down? If you don't want me to look down, you got to learn to stop being judgmental. You don't want to have no muscles. You're an older person. I'm young. I could get anybody I wanted, but I wanted to talk to you, and you didn't like it because somebody told you I don't. She's not. She don't even look like your type. But that's not really your norm. You're not my norm either, sisters. I said I loved your brother. He wasn't my norm either, and I did tell you that. Not one, but when I saw, can you look past that to get to know the person's spirit? I saw a soul before it was ruined by the rest of you, by the other ones. When you care about somebody and you really love them, and that man do a lot, he run back and forth for people and do a lot, and some of it is good for him because he deserved that. So I'm not even mad at you, sisters, because if you can't make him do nothing, you could talk to him. You could say, "Gee, I don't think you that's not a smart. Be careful. I don't. I don't think you should do that. You should stop. That's what it should be. You should stop. I see something very bad about this. That is messed up. That is you really. And then to be around a low spirit and just and hang with them and watch them and laugh and be like, he crazy. And condoning it. And then you don't have any. You don't think that weighs on the same way how you looking at it. You like, but that's it. I mean, what I'm supposed to do? I'm not going to blow my brother up. I mean, I ain't going to come between. I ain't going to do that. You don't want to destroy your family by telling or stopping something that should be stopped. Or people that say they could see something, whether it's with a friend or whatever, and y'all got your little personal shit that y'all go hang around and y'all watching the things that the Most High said not to do, and y'all don't think that you're evil, but because I'm a spiritualist, I'm the evil one. But I do nothing like that to none of you. You got to bring the proof. What did I do? What offense? I'm not a thief. I'm not a murderer. I'm not a killer. I'm not a liar. What offense? And I'm not jealous of none of you. I'm not a jealous person. I'm not any of those things that whatever it is that your people try to make me to be, I'm not that, but I am a truth teller. And if it's something that is, it's not too many things. Everything I said, I stand on, and I'm not taking nothing I said back. And I'm putting it out there. I'm Lord, by your permission, if I said it, I'm saying it because it's correct. Don't do something that you don't want to happen back for you. And if you did wish something that you didn't think that you wanted, but you wanted for the other person, but it wasn't fair, understand that's going to be your own juice. You could sweeten it as tea, or you could drink it as plain water. I don't care how you taste it and how it goes downwards. Either way, that's what's coming back to you. Be mindful. Better to be peaceful. I like to be in peace. I like things. I don't want to hurt people. I had my time with fighting. You think I don't like that. I don't want to hurt people. So I'm not going to let nobody hurt me. I'm not going to hurt nobody just because. But please understand, I'm not going to let nobody harm me either. Spiritually, physically, I don't care in the spirit world, in the spirit realm, in the background. I'm not. Oh, I'll just come. I'm not going. I don't need to do nothing to you. I just got to say something. I just need to say it. So if I don't, that's like it took me some time to walk away because I was trying to spare this one that didn't spare me nothing. And when I did walk away, I took everything with me. And I wasn't leaving nothing behind. And now I know much. Please understand, if you hear this and you see this, and when you talk to me, if you do, be ready to tell me the truth because I can see you. So I'm telling you, I know who you are. I know who all of you are. And I know what you do. I'm not scared. I'm not running. But I'm telling you, leave me alone. Because I had to learn who I am so I know who everybody else is. And I had to learn who I am so I know who's not by the Most High. The Most High said, that man I didn't send to you. But I let you stay there because you were supposed to meet him. But you're supposed to get out. Sometimes we stay in places too long, people. We get in situations that's supposed to be not too long. It wasn't supposed to turn into nothing like for years and years, and we drag things out and we wonder why are we still in the same position, why our life ain't changed, why we ain't really, experiencing life in the way we supposed to experience. And I'm telling you that okay, the mother of your kids, just like I'm one of the mothers of your children. I don't know how many kids and families you got that you don't want to talk about that's been hiding because I heard about it. And the things you keep, no. I ain't never, I don't, listen, it is time for you to get blown up. It is time because until everybody gets everything come out, nobody, you have to be able to heal. You have to. And if the Lord is forcing you, either you want to get healed, even if it doesn't feel, even if it's uncomfortable, but it's a freeing of your spirit that you don't have to hold certain in. People don't have, you don't have to, they know, after they know, okay, everybody say some things and then it comes out and then everybody gets to breathe and then say, okay, then we make peace, and in time heals all wounds, right? So why hold something when you know it's supposed to heal? That's what you were supposed to do. You were supposed to heal as a man for a woman. If God, the Most High, was telling you which way to go, you should not be confused about nothing. It said, I'm gonna send you a woman, a woman, not a little girl. Even though I started off all like that, but then you seen me grow into a woman. You seen that I was a woman. You got to see me give birth. You got to see it with your own eyes. The Lord was telling you this is the way you're supposed to go with women, a woman, not little girls and playing around and seeing how many people gonna fall over you. It's a grown man. That is not a man's attribute. For the ladies, I don't care if any man. is playing around and they need a woman to see if she's going to chase after him and if she's going to want him to not to be with somebody else and they doing all that. That is not, you could keep that. That's not the type of man I want. I need a secure man because he don't got time to be playing games like that. He wanted him a sure woman that got a brain on her head, that understand how to maneuver in this life, and that got blessings because she know how to live life right. That man is not confused. That woman, she see a man that's taking care of business. He can hold his own. He can stand and make decisions. He can lead. He is able to take care of his children in a rightful way. He understands to listen to the woman because she knows that she is the nurturer, so he doesn't have a problem with understanding what she says. That man is the man that that woman will listen to. She will respect him because it doesn't have nothing to do with who's bringing how much money. When you're doing it the Lord way, how much is this person given of his expertise that he learned through his life lessons, that this man is mature, that I can let him lead. I can follow his lead because he's there to safeguard me. He's there to protect me. We work together. We are a team. You understand what that is? These people don't know nothing about that. They fight and bicker all the time. Who's smarter than who? I bet you I could outdo you. I could get many more men than you. I bet you I could get many more girls than you. I could get many more guys. What is a sickness? Is sick. It's sick and it's a sickness. So if that sickness is, and these people got children, think about how their kids was raised. For anybody, I don't care who it is. This is not particular to anybody. If people going off of these notions, and these are the things that these people that everybody was living in their type of life that live in, you invite people in your bedroom and everybody. But I did that before. You're bringing trouble without knowing it because you're looking for outside. But these people know that. They know they live in the beast life. That's why they want to hide it. People want to hide things that if you think there's nothing wrong with it, why would you? We don't hide stuff that we don't think nothing is wrong. We would just do it because we don't. I didn't know it was wrong to. Everybody know you can't smoke cigarettes in the store with clothes and with no side. Everybody's smart enough to know that. And people wouldn't go in the public in one of the bathrooms in the store with their man be like, "Come on, let's go get it." Like if you seriously not thinking nothing wrong with it, you would do it. Or even you do know and you don't care. So you got that too. In this case, it shows that you have to people that raise their children in a superficial world and they pop locking and dropping into these little things that they put on Nicki Minaj and all these rappers and they rapping about money and titties and sex and all that, and the men is degrading the women in the first place, and they can walking around with all their money and gold and shit in their mouth. It's my people. If you can understand the vision, how I'm looking at what we look like, we look lost, and they making fun of us, and our people's helping them by taking out their family line and doing things for you didn't have to do that. They making fun of us. We were supposed to use what we had naturally. Everybody that didn't, it don't mean that you couldn't. It means that you chose to turn your heart chakra and the rest of your chakras off because you didn't want to align to do something different. If you feel like you ain't got it in you, I ain't got it in me to be smart or to go back to school or to go push myself. I'd rather just be like, I don't want to do all that. I'm lazy. I just want somebody else to do some shit. I just want to suck and fucking get paid. Like, I don't want to be using my brain and I want to look like I'm using my brain. I want to go to school. You can still look. There's many versions of that. Some don't want to work as hard as others, but they want the benefit of the hard-working woman or the hard-working man. But they don't want to earn nothing about it. And then the man is he's just looking at a woman that looks like she's something because he's worrying about what everybody's going to say. Oh, if they go, oh, that's yours. Oh, that's your woman. Listen, it's going to be a man that's going to say, that's your queen. That's the one that God favored. Now you think about how many gonna want that one. That's royalty in itself, more than somebody looking like they look like something, but they not. There's no protection there. It's nothing but a good looking affection that's going to affect your heart and your whole system because it's not prescribed by the Most High. Listen, I'd rather wait. I don't care how long I wait. And y'all can think y'all have something to do with it. I don't give a damn. If y'all do, it's just going to work in my favor anyway. That's how I look at it. So while I'm in my own waiting, I can wait on myself and still better myself because it's going to be me that appreciate me because somebody is going to work on themselves because they were somewhere out there thinking about I'm finished. I had a whole lot. I've been in this world being worldly out here. I'm tired of that because I don't need to get hurt. I'm tired of going through that. When the real man's finished being manipulated by crap and it was a good guy, he's just looking for something authentic, something real, something peaceful, somebody that got a spirit that can heal, somebody that is nurturing, somebody that is blessed, somebody that is not um cold-hearted, somebody that can deal with a lot of stress, that can deal with pressure, because it's not pressure, it's just it's nature. It's going to come. It's going to make you feel like some way. I don't know. That's just the way how I'm smiling is how I see life. Yes, it's sometimes, but it's not overly frustrating to me. I think I don't know how to. It's not. I don't know. Well, yeah, I don't know about being scared or feeling fear or not like, oh, I just, why I gotta talk to people because I talk a lot and they tell me I talk a lot. So if I talk a lot, and they say, well, you like to talk and you say a lot of different things. I do. Well, how come you don't give nobody a chance to elaborate? I said, okay, that could be a point. But you know what else I learned about somebody saying that to me? Most people, if you saying something, even if you talking for a while, but it's not sleepy, like you like, oh, I'm gonna go to sleep. Only people that did was the people that didn't belong to me. And I watched them. And I still will talk to them, even if they get sleepy, even if they on the phone. And they be like, oh, I'm laying down all the time. They was up when they first, but then they start all the time. They say, oh, I'm getting tired because they don't want to hear no good shit. That's all right. Never mind. It wasn't meant for you. That's why y'all people got to understand why certain things don't happen for you. Because if you could fall asleep or get sleepy or now, but the person that you talking to, you like talking to them, but just not when they not talking about something you want to hear, or it's not. It's like, I'm yeah, I'm about to go to sleep. I'm getting tired. This is the same way when people go to church and they believe that they want to hear the word. Sometimes, and most of the time, it was times that the word to me was the most important part. So if I didn't get there at 11 o'clock and march down the aisle, because I used to be on the choir too, but in my children, that's besides the point. The point is that I went to serve and I thought about the Lord when I was going. I didn't know all the requirements. I didn't know that uh, I knew I had to be a certain way. I didn't know that. I just didn't know what I needed to do so I can live the way that is appropriate and acceptable to the Most High. That's what this young lady thought about when she was in her 30s, approaching her 30s. 28. Yeah, I was in my 30s. So all my 30s, I was in about 10 years. I was in the church until the Lord said no. He told me wait till I was in 42. When I got 42, he said stop. And I happened to be in my bathroom. And this is after 2020. So this is around the time when everybody had to stop in the first place. So when he told me to not to go, stop going there, I think it was still going. Church was still open just a little bit before everybody shut down. The point is, that's what the Lord said to me. And you know what that means? That means that this lady is obedient. Because when the Lord said, don't go there, because I'm not there, tell people. If he didn't tell me to tell nobody and it was only for me, I would never have told nobody that. I would have just said, if he told me and he didn't say to tell everybody else, then I wouldn't have mentioned it to nobody. But the Lord told me to tell everybody that's not where I'm at. He says, everywhere you go, that's where I'm at. So that means that you don't have to be in a particular place every week, every Sunday, to say, I got to go to God's house. Because that Most High is saying, if you never went there, I'm still with you. People catch that. You got to catch it. Sister So-So, Madam So-So, I love you. Who else? Amina and Rec, Real Kia, Noah, the Noah channel. If so, those that know her, the Cauldron. Who else? That Money Bags, yo, Money Bags. Pharaoh, wherever you at, young Pharaoh. Listen, these are a lot of these people help me see. And I was pointing people to the direction. I said, listen, the world gonna be a lot of things, but you need to find one way. You need to find a straight way. If you can't find something straight out of all these things, that means that you're confused. It's not, it's a lot of things going on, but not really. It's only a lot because you're looking at everything. Everything don't have nothing to do with you. Find the thing that's going to get you to what you need. I'm saying what you need out of life. If you need to go one straight way, and there's a lot of people talking about a lot of different things, and they saying this is, be careful of this. You should take account of that. And if somebody's saying live like this, or we need to wake up, we need to get more to ourselves. That right there is a straight way. Pay attention to that. Anybody that's talking that way and enlightening, listen to chosen videos and things like that. Everybody find out how you can supersize your own brain. They got meditation music and things like that, relaxing, that can get your spirit right. You don't like that? You don't want me to tell you how to be repaired in your spirit? And it says show people, point in the right way. The right way is free. I didn't ask nobody for nothing. I didn't even got nothing on the screen. So you getting information, you're getting it freely. Why? Because that's what the Lord do. Now, what you take with it, what you do with it, is up to you. If you use it wrong and you don't use it at all, I'm like, I don't want that. I'm not into that. I don't care about that. Well, don't care about it. But just be okay that when you get left behind, just think about what you said. I didn't want to do it. I don't want to know it. So then understand why you got to go through, why you got to go through, because you didn't want to know. You didn't want to be. You didn't want to accept it. You don't want to see yourself in a better way. I don't want to do that. Why? Because you already made an oath to something else. Most people, that's when they say certain things like that. That's usually what it is. They're already committed to something else, another lifestyle that they're not willing to change over and be like, nah. What I gotta do on this side, you gotta believe, you gotta have faith. I gotta stop sexing. I gotta stop letting I gotta get to one person. I need to think. I need to slow down. You mean I gotta stop drinking? I gotta stop acting like a little hoe. I gotta stop doing bitch like stuff. I gotta stop acting like a man again. I gotta really start working hard. I gotta really be somebody. Yeah. Yeah. Like, I gotta do all that. And like that sounds like too much. You gotta analyze yourself. You gotta go back in your life and like, look, yeah, listen, I did all of that. I'd love to do that. What more should you pay attention to in this world more than yourself? A lot of people don't like themselves, so they like other people to distract them, because that means that they gotta think about themselves. Not the things I mean, when you think about yourself, you got to think about the things you did, why you did it, who you did it with, who you became, when did life change for you, who did life change with, and why did you choose these routes, and what did you think about yourself, and why do you think like that, and why do you see other people? Now, this person, these type of people, it's not a particular person I'm talking about, but if it sounds like it, this is general. And you got people that can study people and mimic them. And then you also Got people that don't care enough about themselves to study themselves. They rather study other people to see. They got this. When you hear people that got personality disorders, that is not a medical problem. How you know that? It's not medical. I don't care what that book tell you. People that got personality disorders is because they practice not being themselves. They usually gave themselves away, so they can't be their true identity because they've been studying other people for so long and using things in the practice and mimicking people that they don't know who they are for real. So they use other people's lifestyle and they adopt it, and they study it, and they live in that type of life. They adopt what that person do, what they eat, how they walk, what they sleep like. They want to be everything. They're like, what the hell? Like, yeah, like me and my sister, we may look alike. She's smaller than me. I'm thick, but you know, I'm 4 feet, and I love everything about me. Wrong, right, out of sight, whatever it is, I still love all of it because that's what the Lord said. He said, I love you anyway, not because of what you look like, because you just honor me. You honor me. You look up to me. And I said, I do. He said, I would do anything for that one. And that one said, that's why I protect you. Listen, when you get is you need friends, you need somebody like that. Otherwise, you can't be on a team. If they not on the most high team, don't trust them because the Lord ain't gonna let nobody be with him and put nobody in his life in our life that don't belong, and they ain't gonna be official and they not gonna be right to us. Man, woman, children too. All the ones that he put in our life, whatever was taken away, the Lord got a way to replenish everything and restore everything back to his natural self. If your family was tainted and he separated, he give you a whole goddamn new family. I said, but Lord, I want everything new because I don't like these ones and they can't come back. I'm through. He said, that's what I said in your spirit. And I said, yes. And I seconded and I said, yes, Lord. If you say no, then that's what it is. Now, I'm going to tell you something, family. Sometimes walking away from your family don't mean that you're being mean and that you don't care. It means that you better care about yourself enough to do something that's different and that's going to be a better version of you. And if they have faith in you, excuse me, confirmation bird, they would not stop you or look down on you. If they stopping you and they criticizing you and saying, no, I don't think you should do that. Nah, dog, or nah, sis, nah, you shouldn't be. Everything I wanted to do, I had this man stopping. I wanted to have people to come, when I was into the church and when I was in my 30s, and, to have meetings and talk to people or whatever. He was like, oh, no. And because, I just moved in. Oh, it's not enough this, it's not enough furniture. Nothing was never good enough. So when you start to, and I said, oh, okay, yeah, maybe. And then it got distracted at some time. And when you lose your way, I lost the forgot about that mission. But I didn't forget me. I didn't forget to love, like wasn't paying attention to the flags. One thing I did know, it wasn't enough to make me forget myself and to go on the other side. I don't give a damn what was being talked about or whatever I didn't listen to, what I should have stayed focused on. Even if I didn't, I never lost focus of me to know right from wrong. Don't go on the other side. And you can do some wrong things. There's a difference, people. You could do some idiotic stuff. You can drink. You could do whatever it is. You could do something. But to actually join forces, you can be bad. You can do some things. You can probably be obnoxious. You can scream and holler. You may hurt people's bones, or you know who you is. If you know how far you go, you may not be diabolical like a Aleister Crowley or nothing like that. But you got your little bad side, but you're not evil. until you evil. When do a person become evil? When they sow, they sow. When they come soulless, when their eyes is blank, they don't have nothing in there, and they don't have nothing. They empty vessel. It's just blood and organs just sitting there. There's no feelings. There's no emotion. You don't get nothing. There's no compassion. It's no damn. Like, I don't know how to be with somebody that's not compassionate. But you want to pretend. But once the pretending is over and I see you, the jig is up. You got to be yourself. If I'm not running from you and I'm not putting you down, then you should be able to say, I could be honest with this one now. I should have been honest with this one more than anybody else. Because all the same ones that you told and thought that they was the one to trust, they all said something about you or make you sit down. This is what people do. They throw stuff at you and they remind you of what you said and what you did. Especially because I know anytime we want to get out is a whole bunch of crabs. And what crabs do, just like lobsters, they want to grab you and grab you really good and pull you. Now, if you're not in a barrel with crabs and you were pit bulls and things like that, the ones that would bite you and they don't let go of you, then you get those ones because they be damned if you get out and try to do something different and go away from the family because you want a different aspect about who you want to be with your spiritual self. What is spiritual? The good version of you. It is the other side of your natural being in your whole full conscious state that you can operate in a good place, in a good space where you're not bitter no more. Where you understanding that bitterness overtakes over one's soul. It deters the mind and make you want to do bad things. When you are active, excuse me, when you are active in your higher self, that is your spiritual self. For the ones that wanted to understand what spirituality is, it is you. It is you. It is you. And it's always been you. It's always been us. We are our spiritual selves. The ones that get awaken to a virgin. We don't know all the way because there's levels to this. Is it easy? No. But you got to be willing to still be true to you. That's the only way you will get through. Be true to you. Know right from wrong. Understand why you doing things, why you can't do some things, and what it means for you if you do, why you doing it, and what do it mean if you're doing something. Let me tell you something. In order to be part of his crew, and if the Lord use you, he's never going to use you for yourself because he's for many. You understand what I'm saying? The Most High is for all or many or a few. That is his. And he said, look, I ain't for, I'm not. We're not. You're not. For everybody. If they not for us and they not for you, then they can't be for me. Leave them. That right there, for everybody that understands, that means yes. If your answer is not a yes, what the Lord said, I told you that if anybody's against me because they're against you, that you believe in me. I am you. You'll denounce me. You'll denounce yourself for these broken ass people that I made and that turned and walked away and turned on you for me. No, Lord, I would not deceive you. You would have to be that. You would have to know that. He said, if he said you go against me, then if you turn your back on me, I can't look out for you. Lord, I'm gonna trick you. I'm gonna act like I want to be on your side. And sometimes, even though he knows our heart, yes, we do get benefit of a doubt. But if you playing, now sometimes I said we all say some things that we sure about that we're not going to want to do no more, and we say it. So I'm understanding too. The same way y'all learn it, me too. And everything is not about being bad. Some things is learning that don't say something until you know you're ready to do something. Whether you're ready to quit something or walk away from something, don't tell the Lord. So you have to, your yes have to be a yes and your no have to be a no. So I'm learning that. That's not with another person. That's not in a relationship. That's in a relationship with myself. When you find your own relationship with yourself and with the Most High, you want to figure out what's the do's and don'ts. And you got to understand whatever that is between. Be yourself. He never told us to come with a suit and tie when you coming to me. You got to put the rug on the floor. You got to be in a certain position, stand behind the couch, make sure nobody don't see you and hear. Everybody got their own traditional beliefs that they believe how you need to reach to the Most High or whatever their creator is. Because most Muslims, if you read in the book, they tell you about incest in the first beginning. I don't know what they say so much in the Holy Quran, but they both read the Bible. They all wrote all three of these books. So I mean, they just wrote it from different angles because they needed different religions. So everybody could be like, "Oh, my religion is better than yours. My God is better than yours. No, I'm like this. I'm a Moors." Right? When they talk about the Moors, we are kings and queens, and they see saying Africa, but you know what kings and queens lived in? They lived in palaces. Where's the palaces at? Where's the castles at? And in the white parts, right? It was no white people there. I don't care. A lot of what I'm saying to you, a lot of those things that we try to argue with each other, it doesn't make sense. They've been lying to us the whole time. How come we can't come and think about something out of the box that we didn't hear? That can be the truth too. Why can't we think bigger than whatever it is that they told us? If your mind is only small enough to only go by what was taught to you in the curriculum, oh, I got to do it this way. Okay, well, you got a lot of free people that's free thinkers that like to be this way. We don't like to be controlled. I don't like nothing to be controlling my mind and telling me, well, you got to be like this. How come you want to think different? Why you want to be like this? How come you want to stand out? Because I was made to stand out. Everybody was made to. That's why we all individuals. They need my bloodline money, check the blood. Listen, people, be yourself. Find out what makes you. Find something that you can live with about yourself that you can supersize and be happy about in yourself. If you, whether whatever sex or whatever it is that you want to be, you like to be that way. That's what you want to do. Then be it. I don't worry about what people think my life's supposed to be because I'm not scripted by nobody else's life. And people look at me, I can lay down in my. I don't have to move like everybody because people's late. You wasn't. If you watch me, you should have saw. I didn't go through nothing lightly. I get to sit down. I can rest a little bit before I got to get back up. People mind your business. They, oh, she was all the way. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not on none of your script. I'm not on no worldly script. I'm solely by the Most High and my peoples, my family that got me. Because they honest. And I don't have to worry about what I don't know. Who's going to tell me? Who's going to help me? I trust in my own spirit that I got to listen to when they talking. When you trust yourself, not because you work for yourself, because you work for a power that you're operating and is using you to be the vessel of the very thing that you connected and that created you. And you can, oh man, listen, that is a beautiful gift. That is awesome. That is goddamn outstanding. Beyond belief. I wonder why. I see why y'all hate on me. Now I'm laughing. Mm-hmm. Going back out? You realize. You didn't even eat your food. What food? I'm sorry, excuse me. My fault. Somebody was at my door. Any case. Now, it seemed like I was going. I sat down. I am, right? That's just me having sense of humor. But I don't need to gloat.
There's another sandwich in here.
Shh, I'm on the thing. I know.
She got eggs in it.
I deserve to smile. I can laugh because I'm healed inside. It means that I'm not bitter. I don't have no hatred, but I do want us to have a sense of pride so we can understand why your spiritual self is just you, loving a better version of yourself. You should. If you live one way, right? Or you thought a certain way, and we say, "Oh, okay, it's like you change friends and underwears and bras and drawers and pants, and you outgrow some things, and you gain some weight, you got to get a bigger size. If you lose weight, you get a smaller size. Everything is spinning around. It's adjustable. Nothing stays the same all the time. Only thing that should stay the same is your spirit. Now, people like to say that God is not the same all the time. The Most High is the same all the time. Only thing that changes is maybe how He move us around in life and orchestrate something. But His spirit is the same. His demeanor is the same, and that would never change. Now, the Lord is loving, kind, and all-knowing, and answer prayers and do things beyond what we can even ask or think. That same one love us unconditionally. That never changes. So if somebody tell you something, I heard people telling me things that's the lie. No, you can't tell me that the Lord is not the same. Oh, the Lord is not. It's new mercies every day, right? Some of it goes on with the other one, be confusing the enemy with the righteous God, and that's why it's important for us to know the difference. Because we always going to get people to try to interchange and try to play games. And when the Lord told me how to read the book, and this is another thing, I said the Lord told me how to read the Bible, because when He first Spirit told me not to read it, and it was inside me, and I said, well, if I don't read the Bible, if I read it, because I was understanding it a little bit, but I had another one, my kid's father. I'm gonna call him G-Man. G-Man. Anyway, the Virgo. I'm gonna just say that. And he knew the Bible better than me, so understood it. So that's how I was learning to understand. But before that, I was always reading it, but I didn't read the whole Bible. You know what I used to read? Psalms. I read the areas that I needed to strengthen because that was the prayer. So all by myself, before I started going to church, I was reading the scriptures, that the parts the way it said to live a good life. If you don't know everything and don't understand everything, get an understanding what you do understand. And I kept reading it until it made sense, until it made me a better person. I didn't argue with nobody from 17, 6. Okay, so when I had my daughter was 16. From 16, I'm 46 now. I don't argue with people on the street, outside, in my neighborhood, in my building, around the way, nowhere for all these years. And the people that I did argue with was family. Not all the family, just a very few, like two. And some people we didn't agree on everything, but it wasn't an argument. You know what I'm saying? So when you think about that is a winning streak. You know what I wanted to do? How that happened? Because I decided that I wanted to live a peaceful life. I didn't want to fight. I had to fight a lot of earlier years of my life, fighting and dragging people and people, getting bust up or you getting marks on you and, scraping your hand, fighting. You know what I'm saying? So I learned that when you fight with people, you're going to hurt someone or someone going to seriously hurt you. So if you're angry people, if you make somebody angry, they're going to be angry and they're going to make them more mad. And they say, well, I'm going to come back to you. And if you don't want that, keep coming back, or I'm going to keep going hard because you got some people that didn't outgrow tussling. They still be wanting to shoot I want to shoot the fair one. I want to shoot the beam. I don't have time for that. I don't want to. I'm not. And I'm not going to let somebody do that because if I'm not coming to you in that way, please don't come to me hostile. You can say a lot. Everybody can say what they want to say. Stay in the distance. Don't touch me. Don't hug me. Don't ask me. It's not going to be like that. I want to keep everything to me, and I want everybody to keep everything to them. Don't do nothing strange. So I don't. Okay? That's if you cool, I'm cool. I'm cool if you cool. That's it. Now, if you're not, and it looks like I'm just going to walk away and back up, please don't keep coming to me. I think people need to stay still. If somebody say, listen, I don't mind having a conversation, please don't get too close. Don't get close up on me. But you could talk to me from a distance, especially when you know it ain't like that. Y'all ain't all that friendly. You did some things. Expect for the person not to trust you. So you should be okay with standing back. Like, yeah, I'm not trustworthy right now. Let me give you your space. That's called being mature about it. Yeah, I didn't do nothing respectful to earn to be that close to you. So if that person tell you that, he or she, respect that man or that woman. Don't come close up on me. You didn't earn that right. You haven't been that fair to me. I let you get close and you haven't. No, so now all bets is off. Now you can't be close to me because you keep doing things and now you keep telling me I shouldn't trust you. I never told you that. Your spirit did and your actions keep, you know. It is a wonderful thing when we pay attention to understand why we gotta learn certain principles, why we should be respectful of each other, why we shouldn't do things and think that we shouldn't set good examples. You don't have to think that you set an example. You just set an example for yourself because you understand it. In order for me to want somebody to understand me, I don't want to hurt nobody because if we keep hurting, hurt people keep hurting. I'm not hurt. I'm healed. So I can talk from a healing place because I love enough for us to stop being the other way. If you are, if you are that way, if you did these things, it's okay. You did it. Are you want to keep doing it, or do you ever want to say, is it ever going to be a way that I can change? Yes. Stop doing things so you can find a reason to love yourself and find out why, even if your mother or father and all these things didn't like us, or they didn't treat us good, or they told us bad habits. Can you be mature enough in your mind and say, damn, I've seen some other good things in life that I could have followed? You didn't need to steal and want to be because you lazy. I don't want to do all of that. That's too much hard work. Oh my God. I don't want to do all that, but you could get your hair done. Everybody could go get a nice wig. Those shits is expensive. Yeah, I'm gonna get the laser. You see how the hair falls down? They got the curly deep wave with the Jerry curl twist. I made that up. Whatever. I'm just saying that we put more time into things to make us look like something than to actually put time in being something. I'd rather be than to look like something. Because when I take all that off and my hair off and take my braids out and take my scarf off, can I be happy in my own skin? Can I look at what God made? Can I look at the creation, why he made me and why he made people to see a certain way and made you struggle and made you, not have everything. But it really wasn't you, but it was a circumstance, whatever it was, right? So life is not so picking up for you. So the person is around and you got people that's around you and they see that they don't really try to help you to find work, but they want to tell you everything because they thinking that you were somebody that didn't want, or you. No, I knew what I wanted to do. I knew who I was and I knew the person. I was supposed to jump off that line. It's because I seen that this man, but I didn't think that it was always going to be like, damn, this person forever, like all the years is never going to get me. It's always going to not pay. This person did not pay attention when y'all card readers, when y'all tarot readers read, and you said this Virgo person did not pay attention at all to the Empress, at none at all, and know all the signs, and y'all can see that I was trying to tell him he did not. So I can say out loud that I wasn't talking for myself. I was talking to you. How do they know it? How? They don't know us. So who's talking? Who's telling them? My peoples. The one that works for the Most High. And he got his workers watching. I mean, watching on the things that need to be told. So y'all keep doing things and you keep hiding. And people think, oh, well, I'm hiding my hand. Everybody got their loved ones that watches over them. I'm not the only one that got ancestors and sisters and brothers that watches over them. It's the people that forget about them. You forget that they spirit. They spirit is within me. Those people, they send you things, whatever it is that they wanted me to be. Why I didn't cry like a crybaby, because I didn't have nothing to cry about, because I did what I was supposed to do. I was there. Even when did you always like being? You was happy to be. No. And this is to my little sis because she don't know a lot of things about me. You people think that, and her and the rest of the few knuckleheads that think that life was easy. Oh, life was easy for you. No, it wasn't easy. It's just that I knew how to handle myself as I'm going through it. So I'm gonna breathe. I'm gonna, all right, this is, why? Because I understood that the enemy was going to use different things, different tactics. And the more closer I was getting, I seen that I thought, oh, you use families and people that's close. Oh, I got you. The one that I love the most, you want to, oh, wow. Okay. This area right here, how you see me and the sound, how I'm sounding, was exactly what it was. Did I cry? Yeah, but then I started to be like this because I laughed, because I remember the riddle to life is that it's going to use all the people that's around you. You got to get tested. This life ain't trying to let you be better than that. They need to see if you're going to crumble and cry like everybody else, because most crybabies can't stand life as it comes to them, and it comes with a force, and it uses every crushing goddamn element in a goddamn world. Because if that means that you have to be strong, if they got to use all these goddamn nuclear weapons of people and plants and shit to come at you from all angles, yeah, you know what? You know what we gonna put in the mix? Yeah, we're gonna put this in the program to break this one. We're gonna see if she loved this man. Then we're gonna make him have a baby on her, walk away from her, use the sister. Sister's down with it. She's already part of the program. These are the easy pieces, but it's gonna be, ooh, we're gonna see it. This one right here. This got to be, her whole family is cheating on her and just talk behind back. Nobody's loyal to her. They gonna pretend she ain't gonna know, and then when they hit her and she realized, oh, she gonna fold. She already lost her mother. She lost the sister. She lost the brother, and she lost the mother and the stepfather. Year after year, 3 consecutive deaths. 21, 22, 23. Woo! And she was being lied to since she got here. And life is just inching and adding up. Now, remember, I'm in my 40s, so from my youth, things was already happening. People was already taking me through shit. Life was already getting difficult, especially when I started to want to do shit on my own. As long as I wasn't on my own and people needed to depend on family, sisters, well, and everybody was like, okay, when I couldn't. But as soon as I was able, when I got 18, I was like, what? I can do what I want to do And you know what I did with my 18 years when I was my teenage years? Now, most people when they're 18, they want to go out and have fun and be, but I was already a mom. You see what I'm saying? For 2 years earlier, I'm a mom. At 18, I didn't finish school or whatever, so I went back to school. I thought I was ready. But even if I did pretty good because I kept going, I wasn't ready, and I realized I said, "Oh, okay." So I wasn't as, but it's the point that I was able to do it. I was able to sign myself up in school. At 18, it was more things that you was able to do. I used that my teens to better myself because I thought education was important because I didn't want to be a young dumb mom. I didn't want to be somebody that's illiterate or can't, know how to sign papers and things like that. I wanted to be smart. So I did smart things. I didn't know. I just knew that I wanted to better myself. So I went after bettering myself. Went to all kinds of different things. Whether I was a home health aide, I was already a caretaker before I was a caretaker for a job. Did that. And then did more of that, working with, what you call it, challenging children and just a lot of other stuff. The parks department, I hated that job. I don't like doing stuff that I did. I did whatever it is that I needed to do to better me. Went to a bunch of schools. Most of it was nursing because why I was interested in the body. So I'm telling about me. When you better yourself, I don't. Then I got to a point where I didn't get a degree where I wanted to because life just ended up changing. Excuse me. I could only do 2 years in any school when at the time. Like that's it. When you didn't get a degree and they tell me I couldn't do the class over and I had to pay, and if I did pay, then I wouldn't have got a degree. I would have got a piece of paper. I was so insulted and hurt at the same time. No, I didn't cry, but I was hurt. And then I realized I'm never going back to school. That's what I said because I'm not going to pay for something if I can't get something, even if it was that school. And I was like, you could have went to another school. I did try that. I did, and um, didn't work. So what I did do was continue to work on the things that I was interested in. Read those books, study, research. I did that. I realized you don't need this world to tell you what you're capable of and how much knowledge you could get. And the only knowledge you could get is the way they give it to you. Get the whole hell out of here. You got to do it our way. If we don't give you a degree and give you a diploma, I got that. I got my GD, but I'm talking about like if you don't get one of their bachelors or one of their masters or PhD or whatever they degrees is, because these are the things they ask for on the job. So they ask for these things and want to see what your experience is. So if you had experience, let's say you want to do mechanics, but you didn't go to the school for it, but you want to be a mechanic. You have the experience, but they don't want you to count you. So a lot of things that these jobs ask for experience in, we do have experience in it. What do you need an experience to know how to wash the dishes or what make up a bed? If you was a home health aide or whatever, why do you need experience? What experience do you need? Okay, so if you want, I don't understand. I'm just saying, like they want you to show a piece of paper that's saying how much you went to a school or whatever to approve you to know how to make up a bed. I've been making up beds since I was 5 years old, whatever age it is, right? Let's say your parents been teaching you. Why is that not an experience? Why is that would not be like 10 years or whatever kind of years it is if you have experience, but they don't want you to count that because they got to tell you if they approve you and you got to go to school, sit down, yes, ma'am, yes, sir, or go to the counselor, still got to pay for bullshit that ain't going to help you to figure out life when life do stuff like this to us. When they tell you that people hurt your feelings, you get bullied and your teacher want to leave you back or they don't want to pass your grade and they got the power in their hand and nobody really could overrule them because they go and listen to. So when you got things like that, it don't prepare you for nothing like that. Life is about adding and subtraction. The basic things I look at school and I say, yep. Now I can use these things that I didn't know what school was talking about because they don't prepare you for nothing about what life actually is. It don't prepare you, don't tell you about love. It don't tell you about how you get your heart broke. It don't tell you about how you can get joy. It don't tell you how you can free yourself from pain. It don't tell you that you need to pray. It don't tell you that you need to rely on yourself. It don't tell you how to be financially supportive for yourself. It don't tell you to be your own best self. It don't teach you to be a leader or a follower. It don't tell you none of that. It just tell you how to be for the system. And then when you get out here and you realize, like, damn, they said, well, your mother and father was supposed to teach you that. What? You teach me about things that I'm not even going to, when I get to school or get to work, I'm not learning none of the stuff you taught me. Most people, most of us don't. We in school. You gotta go to school. You gotta sit there, fold your hands, raise your hand, sit down, stand in size order. It's too many goddamn orders. I thought it was insulting even when I was a kid, and I was about 8, 9 years old. I did. I thought every day that I had to wake up early, that it was a crime for kids to have to get up every morning because their parent had to get up, and you gotta get your kid up. Now, I'm a child, so I'm telling you from a perspective of a child, 8 or 9 years old, going to school, because you got to go to school. You wake up and your parents got to make you breakfast, whatever. But you going to school early around that time to go sit down. You was already asleep. You was nicely asleep. You want to walk yourself up for nothing in the world at that early in the morning. You just wouldn't have. Like around 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning for some parents. Most of that was the that was around the time that the normal time for most kids to get up, for their parents to get them up, or they up making breakfast or whatever, around 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. Wake your kid up between 5:30, 6 o'clock. Around 6:30, 7 o'clock, you heading out the door about 6:30 or 7. Well, after the kids need to be in school on time. Now, did I always go to school on time? No. The point, what I'm saying is, when I did, the point is it was crazy because you got out, you sleeping. You got to go to bed early because you got to get up early Monday to Friday. And you sleep. And your parent got to wake you up. So you go sit down and raise your hand or write some shit down. I hope that somebody out there understand from my mind as a kid, or hear what I'm saying, how crazy it was. Now, most kids don't look at it. I don't know no other kids if they looked at it and not like that, but I did. And I felt like that. But who I'm complaining to? I'm a kid myself. Parents going to do what they got to do. They're adults. I just got to go along with the program. You can think like that as a child. You're supposed to go along with the program. You will be in your rights to say, damn, my parent is over me. I can't tell him, yeah, listen, no school today, not today. Let me just sleep all day. You can't, and you won't. You can't say that. It's never going to work for you. So what you do? Be a kid. Okay, Mom. Hurry up, children. Come on. I just thought it was a sickening thing to do. to prepare us to sit down for children being asleep, and you got to get up so somebody can talk to you and monitor the class, and then you get, when I went to school, I thought about having fun because that's where your kids is at. This is where the ones that you didn't live with around the way. If you only see those classmates only in school, I'm like, that's what I'm going to school to do, is to talk, especially around those ages. 8 or 9 years old, you're in 3rd or 4th grade. So, yeah, you thinking about, that's what I thought about. I thought about like a kid. I thought as a child. I thought about, that's what you go to do, to play, not just to sit down and work. I did do that. I write and whatever I need to write, and after I'm finished, then I thought, and my young self, I got privileged to talk because I did what I needed to do. And if I talked to somebody that was still writing and they still was doing their work, I'm a child. I did not think as an adult and was like, yeah, so let me let them do their work because I did mine quietly. I felt like if you let me distract you, if you write it and you still could do your work and you still could talk, then I'm not distracting you. Unless you tell me, stop talking to me. If somebody told me that, then I would stop talking to them. And they said, well, let me just finish this. Then I'll do that. But if they don't tell me that, then I'm still gonna talk to you. Because I don't know if I'm distracting you. If I see you still doing, I'm finished. A kid is not thinking about you thinking about a kid like I did what I needed to do. And one of your other people or you get somebody and nobody else finished that you actually got a rapport with, so you don't talk to it just anybody. You talk to people that you know you can talk to. That's all that is. So let me just say this. If you try, you can see the things you didn't. Wait, let me say it again. Let me see what I'm trying to. Now, I'm gonna say this one. I will go on. I will go on. I will go on. I must move on. Yes, it's hard. Sometimes it hurts. But when you know your worth, sometimes it's hard. Sometimes it hurts. But when you know your worth, you must go on. You must be strong. You must live. You must live on. You mustn't quit. You mustn't quit. You must hold on. You must not quit. You must move on. If you try, if you can see the beauty that the Lord made in me, you must try. You must move on. You must be still. You must be strong. Hold on to you. If you know you can call on that one for you. When I'm down, when no one's around, I say, Lord, please talk to me. My friends is not around. Who can I call? And said, you can call on me. I'll be there for you if you trust in me. You are my one, my only one. You're my one. I would always answer you. So I'm telling you, you must not quit. You must be strong. Oh, you must not quit. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you do. I don't care what no one say. Lord, I trust in you. You are my one, my trusted friend. He's always there from the beginning to the end. You are my one, the strength of the sun. You're my moon. When the night is cool, you are my friend. You are my one. You're my friend through thick and thin. You are my one, my trusted one. You're my friend, my only one. You're my trusted friend, my all-in-one. You're my friend, oh, my trusted one. So deep within, you are my one. You there through thick and thin. You are my only one. Listen, that's how I feel when I talk to the Lord. That's my one. That's all of us individually. We say that because we know that's the one. That's the source that gave you your source, and it gave you your shake, and gave you your shine, and gave you everything. You said, "Damn, thank you, Lord. You love me in and out of time, even when I didn't know that I was part of you, even when I wasn't having the greatest hope, when the things that I put myself through." The changes and the things that I experienced, it was you that gave me the strength and the hope to say I was meant for this. If it wasn't for you, Lord, I would have lost my way a long time ago. Was it times that I felt that I was disconnected from you? Yes. I said, Lord, where did you go? Those was the time when people was doing things to disturb my flow. But I didn't let it take me all the way. I kept going. I kept trusting. No, even if I don't hear him, the Lord said, well, do you trust me if you can't hear me? If you don't hear me, but you trust me that you should see me, how do you know how you should look? Do you know which way? Do you know how I sound? If you ever heard me use somebody else to talk to you, would you know it's me? I said, no, not at first. I didn't. I don't think none of us, and most of us don't. But when you keep going and you start understanding, wait a minute. Oh, I know now. So let me tell you how you know when the Lord is talking to you, or when the Lord is thinking about you, when it wraps around and it sends somebody to smile at you or to give you a gift or something, to do something nice for you. Not because you did something to deserve it, or not because you they like you, or not just because something about you that God remembered. Show this one my love. Send this one something. Buy this one something. Give this one something. With no return. It's just for you. How do you know when the Lord is talking to you? Because the word will always be for you. It will always be for your benefit. It will always be for you to increase. It will always be for you to move up. It will always be for you to smile. It will always be for you, for yourself. It's a gift and it's not a loan. A lot of people don't do that these days. They got to give you something. You got to buy them something or give them something. And the only time you can get something without saying that you got to pay the person back is on holidays. Those are gift days. Everybody got following on. But if you just do it, it's listen, I was just thinking about you. And because I thought about you, I thought about I just wanted to see you smile. I just wanted to do something. That's a person that God would send. That's why I know when it's gentle, when it's even. If he sends somebody, the same person, he's going to send you back a repair. It ain't going to be nothing that you had already. It ain't going to be none of that. That man will understand why I need to be part of something good. I need to be proud again. Why? If you've been broken, my people. The whole point of life is to be broken so we could be repaired, so we could see that we could come from something and who would get the glory, the most high. Why? Because the enemy want to steal it. And after the enemy steal you all the way around, you're going to finish with that. And the only way you can get rejuvenated is if your ass die and the Lord bring you back. Listen, you got to get a clean slate because the enemy is going to take you out. If his job is to do all those things, then he's not going to stop until he do one of those things. It don't matter how many people you get at one time, and at the next point, it's going to be your turn. And if the Lord want to help you and bring you back, then you got to let the enemy, you got to break you all the way down. You got to let it do what it do because you went to that side. You said, look, I'm going to come to the side that's going to break me. Because if you think that you're going to keep breaking people and you ain't never going to get broken, that's why the enemy is there in the first place, because it was broken. That's why they got down here, because they got lost souls too. They gave up, they wanted to be the one. And God said, goddamn no. There's only one that is the one. How you going to sacrifice me to my own creation? I want somebody to scream out and loud. And because I know the rest of us know that's impossible. It would never happen. That's like your kid. You gave birth to your daughter and your daughter could have you. What? Or get it just will never be the other way around. You see? Some things is a goddamn never. People like, don't never say it's too late. Sometimes it is goddamn too late. And people got to be real about that. That's it's never, they say, no, it is a such thing as being too late. And it's a such thing as you ran out of goddamn time. Because if you don't do certain things in a certain time, and we ain't talking about in school and in a job when they tell you to be on time for a certain time. I'm talking about real life. If you don't do things in a timely fashion, you ain't get yourself up. If you thought you could take life for granted, your kids, your wife, or whatever, and you or times or moments that you should appreciated the joys of life and the people that was around when they was around. Did you honor them when they was here? Did you tell them that you appreciate them? Did you ever tell them what they mean to you? If you think that you don't have to do that, I ain't going to do that to that person because that means I got to say I was wrong. Well, listen, it's better for you to be wrong because it still tells that you got something inside of you that wants to be right, that wants to be whole again, that want to be able where you don't have to worry about being judged. I'm not judgmental and I'm not judging nobody. I want to see people come from the other side to the righteous side because now you can see the difference of why it's better to be after you've been broken, you went the wrong way. Is it a way for redemption? Can I be helped? Lord, I pray it's not too late. But if the Lord said it's too late, it is too late. It is too late. Everybody, you got to, that's why you got to get with the ones that's got to get the getting because they got it. You got to get with the people that got it because the people that don't got it and didn't get it and y'all don't want to get it because the people that got it, you're looking at us like we the crazy ones. And we like, listen, we ain't got to argue with you because I already, no problem. I see where you going. You can keep going. No problem. It's all right. And you got to let them because these people, even if you're trying to help them, they feel smarter than you, that they don't need you to tell them nothing. Kids do the same shit too. I don't feel bad for none of them. If you don't know by now and you can't see, if I tell you some things and I tell you be careful because this is about to happen or this could happen, be careful. This don't mean that this can't and then goddamn happen. Don't tell me I'm not who I am. I'm talking about to my children. I said, if you see, then you got to be a goddamn a witness. I know what I'm telling you. If I see something, I just tell somebody and they're like, well, because that's natural. We supposed to be naturally to have that. Only way we not naturally to have it is that we do screwed up things to ourselves and jump off the line and go over there to the lower version where the clearance rack where you can get everything half price off and it look like it's official or you are officially getting the official stuff, but you're not even official tissue for real. Like real match real. That's how that's supposed to go. And real, I don't even like the word real, but a lot of people like to use it. I like to use sufficient, official. I like that better than real. Official. When you official, you are official. That means that is the truth. That is the truth. I come to tell the truth and nothing but the truth. Hey, my friend. Listen, if you all out here, we all outside, we all real. I'm just telling you, if you want to official, you see the women's ain't back. Oh, where you shop at? Where you shop at? So what store? They trying to figure why? What does I don't care about the stuff that y'all do. You see? That brothers make people to know, yeah, she's different. She don't even like that don't make me boring. That don't make me none of that. Because look at it. Y'all still wanted to be like this official. And you couldn't. Now you officially gotta live life in the official way of being your own official self, whether it's wrong or right. If you wasn't right, that's your official self. That gotta be told in life. Everybody needs to learn to breathe so people don't have nothing dangling like this. Nobody. I don't know. I'm just saying, but if people like people dangling things over their head and people putting them in what you call that blackmail. These people been doing that for a long time. I'm telling you, we watched the White House and all the people and the people that you remember the ladies that used to jog in Central Park early in the morning around 5-6 o'clock in the morning, sometimes 4 to 5. And they be jogging with their little dog and they just are jogging. Oh, I'm just jogging. And they mysteriously get hurt. And nobody never found out who it was. You don't think it's an inside job that they know how to do these things and clean themselves up or to find some little local kid or somebody to blame it on. Or if it's one of them and nobody else saw it, they know how to clean it up. They know how to make things go away, pay people off, make people look the other way, and they feel great by doing some nasty ass things and getting away with it. And somebody find out, and somebody black, hey Bob, I know that was you. I got you on record. I took a picture of you. You was being followed. I followed you. You did what? Now they scared. Why? Because their reputation, their job. Why do people do stupid things and they get these positions? I don't understand. This is not for the people that don't know. Because I know if I'm asking a question, I know a lot of us don't know why these people, because we don't think like that. We don't understand. We would not operate. We get a position and you do all the crooked things to it. Now somebody watch you do some messed up stuff, screwing on the job, you doing all these things, you lying, you passing high fives and sleeping with somebody else on the table, and the other person is over there. They don't know that you messing around with somebody else and somebody else catch it. And then somebody dangling something over here. Man, listen, that is crazy. Why would you do it in the first place? For certain jobs. When you got low budget jobs, you probably could get away with it. But when you get higher and you're supposed to elevate, your mind's supposed to get more mature. It's supposed to. It's supposed to. Now, when you hear what I'm saying, that means I'm going to be tested on the things that I'm saying. So I know that the enemy is listening to me. It's going to be like, oh, so we want to, but she thinks that she ain't giving nothing up. What? Who you think you is? You think you strong like that? You ain't going to give nobody? I'm like, no. Exactly. I don't believe. Yes. Nobody, because nobody deserves me, and I ain't looking for nobody to think about. Oh, I can have you. No, because it feels good for me to have myself. I had enough people I had to take care of and look after. There's only one person I wanted to do, and he took that away. So I'm like, oh, well, that's easy. I ain't got to worry about that. Unless the Lord say so. The Lord has to say so. If the Lord don't tell me, then I'm not going to do it. I'm like, well, no. Because, well, Most High said no. You can't. I can't. They can't. We can't. If the word is no, and he said no, this one, that one, or you can't. They can. You can't. You can't. This can't. Or whatever the can't is, or whatever the no is, it is a goddamn no. It's like that. Like if somebody walk away from 20 years, right? And that happened in about 20 something years of my life, 23 or whatever. Whether it's people consider back and forth, or I was in and out. I don't give a damn. I know that I stayed to this person for those years. And, and it wasn't bad. Everything is, I don't care what it was supposed to be. It's not. Because I'm not going to read to somebody that's bad, because that don't make sense to say that this person is all bad. You don't got nothing good to say. I love everything, because whatever it was, we was different together. It was different because he was teaching me, and then I end up showing him later on whatever it was, and it was exciting because he never had a challenge, and me either. It was like we found something that Bruce does, and we liked it to talk. Now people want, what you like about her? What you like? I'm simple. I'm plain. Not plain with eyes and no color. I'm relaxed. I'm easy to talk to. I listen. I'm nurturing. I'm soft. I'm kind. And I'm honest. So if you need to be corrected or uplifted, I'm going to say that. Now, you may not like the way it sounds. I said, well, I'm not going to curse it at you, but I'm going to give you something to check yourself so you can look at you. So somebody said, well, what about somebody telling you? Can I be told some things? I can, but nobody can discipline me. I don't discipline. No, well, adult. If you don't need to be checked and your behavior, like you don't need nobody to tell you how you treat them, and somebody don't have to tell you, well, don't treat me like that. Don't talk to me and just walk out on me. Why? If I'm talking to you, I don't care if we talking and you don't like what I'm saying. Don't hang up on. I don't like all that. That back and forth. When I hang up on, that is immature. Yes, it was a fine thing to do at that time, but when you mature and you realize that as an adult, you want a grown man, and you need and you want to be a grown woman, or that man want a grown woman. He don't want no little girl that he got to be crying and she's screaming on the phone. She crying all the time and cursing him out. When you get secure, you ain't think that type of life is over, because that means you elevated. That you went to a place where I'm no longer in that space. I'm not in a hurt place. I don't need to be with hurt people that's going to hurt and annoy my feelings. And I got to hang up because we're going to say something. We can't talk about real things and without hanging up. Oh, I'm too sensitive. I don't want to talk about, I don't want to think about that. I'm going through something, but you don't want to talk about what you're going through. So if you don't want the person to understand you, then you got to stop talking to the person, because they're going to want to ask questions so they can understand you. Especially for me, if I'm open to you, you got to be open to me. This is not a negotiation for some people. This is everybody that comes to me. Especially if I'm talking to you, who would just go up to people just lying? I'm gonna just go and start making up some stories and trying to make that people. If you got to do that, because I'm quite sure it's people, it's somebody. If you are a type of person that wake up and you say good morning to people, or they ask you how's everything going, and you a person that gotta make up a story because you really don't got a life, or it's too bad that you just rather make up stories that you just I'm all right. Some people just need to say that. Some people just need to be like, God bless, and whatever little technique they need to use, other than lying, say that. Say that. Don't come and make up things. So everybody's not lying and making up nothing. Some people just could be. Most of us are honest, because why are we lying? We don't have nothing to lie about. If we don't want to be all the way, open to sharing everything, we say we okay. I'm all right. Oh, I'm blessed. Or be like, I have better days. And they be like, oh yeah, sometimes it be like that. So sometimes a person really don't want to talk. We just say things because it's like some type of program. Oh, we just say what we're supposed to say. Some people really don't feel a goddamn thing. It's like you got people that can read the words of the Most High, and they know that the Most High did something, but they don't want to acknowledge him. Yeah, listen, I'm just saying, some people don't want to acknowledge that the Lord did some things for them by itself and change them. And because other people don't want to acknowledge it, or they want to make you feel bad because you see something that makes you happy, I wouldn't give a damn about this, all the things that these people want to give. If I had all the money, then you say you can have all the monies, but you needed to do something to go against your own self, or the curse to go against the Most High, I would not go against the Most High for nothing in this world, for nobody, and for nothing. Now, listen again, for nothing and nobody. Because in order for me to bend down or to get me to sit down, you got to take out the Most High, which ain't never going to happen. And you can't. You can't get the Most High to turn on his loved ones. See if you could get that to happen. When you could do that first, let me talk. Then let me see what you're talking. Because you ain't going to never talk to me, because they ain't never going to happen. None of his children, that is certain, would never, for nobody in this world, because guess what? The people of the world is the only world people that's going to try to tell you that. Because the rest of the people that already know, we already in our spirit. We would never tell each other to go against ourselves. For the people that didn't know themselves, they cared about materialistic shit that ain't going to get you nothing. I mean, you'll look nice. You'll have things that looks good. Oh, they got a nice house. Wow. But when you got a spirit that is covered, that's favor, that means it comes with every goddamn thing. That's why I chose love. Love is the greatest commandment in the Bible. It gets you everything. Get you pain. Oh, you're going to get tested in your love part. Oh, you're going to get hurt. So that's why when it's in, I said, oh, that's how that go. This is how y'all doing it. This is the spirits I'm talking to. Or I was like, oh, okay, I got it. Say yes. I'm glad you got it, because the one that you cared about don't care shit about you. And that's the one we use. And if he do, he ain't show it. So you don't know, and you won't just think that this person ain't never care about you. And you won't feel that. And we're gonna see how it's gonna make you. And we're gonna watch it, see if it's gonna break you. And I was like, you would have thought. Y'all thought goddamn wrong. Because I love myself way more. I had enough love to love myself as much people as I helped. And even though I loved you, that didn't mean I didn't love myself, because the same way you held back, I held back too. If you're not giving all of me, I'm not giving all of me either. If you give me your best, that's not the same this time. It ain't nobody just walking up and rolling and be like, I'm sorry, I changed. It's been no. It ain't about how much time, because that means that person got time to sit down and analyze and be strategic as shit and get yourself together and come back with a whole new outfit and a whole new type of tone. You know, man, practicing, acting and shit. I don't give a damn about none of that. If your spirit ain't legit, I'm going to know it. And that's just point blank, period. I don't care if you're a little boy, little girl, grown man with an apple curl. It doesn't even goddamn matter. I don't care if you're not even from this world. If your spirit ain't right, and they ain't sent from the Most High. You know how you want to know? None of your business. I ain't gonna tell you. I'm not gonna tell you because y'all still trying to figure me out. So I want y'all to figure out like a matchbox or what you call those things, a Rubik cube, and see if you can match all the colors of me and see what you come out because you're not gonna figure me out. Why? Because I'm with the Most High, and you ain't gonna know what the hell He gonna tell me to do. You see, that's why. That's why you got to be with the winners. Listen, it's why I use that because people will use this life as a game because this would tell you. I didn't come here to play games. I wasn't thinking about. See, people came here to play games and to play each other and shit and see how they can. Oh, I'm a better cook than you. I'm gonna see how I can run faster than you. I'm gonna see how I can do this better than you. Now, it's not wrong with competition and be competitive, but when it comes to I don't know. I thought about when life is games and things like that. I'm gonna tell you, I liked it to run. I like the relay race and cheers and twirly, tweety, little kid games and double dutch and shit. Like I was like one of those and play tag, freeze tag, and play on the monkey ball. I was like one of those kids that type of little girls that like to climb the fence. It was like a little Tom girl. But I still was a feminine, but I'd still like to do rough stuff. So when you find out what you is in life, you can find out why you was made for certain things. If you're a runner, you was made to do things fast. And if you run fast and if you a fast thinker, you like to, you like you like to see different things that you're good at. Well, let me see how good I am at if I play this game or if I do this. I was always worried about myself. So listen, people, how to understand when you have someone that started from their youth that took count of everything they did without knowing it, but they knew it. They knew they was watching. Let me see if I'm good in this game, or how fast I can run from this person, or how many people I could beat when I'm running from from a long distance, and can I do it? Or keep doing it and racing different people because everybody want to run this who's faster than who. That was my joy of fun. I didn't think about, and I like spades, but I never played spades for money. Like people like to gamble. I'm not a gambler. That don't mean I don't like people that do it. Just means I never did it. So things that a lot of people wanted to experience in life, it's not my experience that I wanted to experience. So I didn't experience a lot of things because in those ways, I experienced the things that I wanted to experience. And whatever I wanted to experience, I was very small or very specific on what I wanted and what I wasn't never going to want to experience. Most of the things in the world, like I would never go to a strip club. I would never do a threesome. I would never do drugs or drink and do things that I used to do. I never did none of those things. So or rob or steal somebody or be in somebody's house. I was in people's house and they gave me the keys or had money in places. I never took that from nobody. I was trustworthy. I didn't ask nobody to trust me that way. I just was. So I never thought about, well, they not looking. Let me see. That's the best way to trust to see who you are is when nobody's looking. Do you still do the right thing? Who are you when nobody's looking at you? If you can answer that question and you can like yourself, if you answer that question by saying to yourself, if it's a truthful question and you one of those untrustworthy people, or you trustworthy where they can see you. But in the background, you are robbed their ass, goddamn blind. You still a thief. It doesn't matter if you don't do it where they can see you. If you can still, when nobody's looking, that's what I said. Who are you when nobody's looking? When they not there behind their back? Do you got information? Do you take their information and run it back? And do some funny things with their information. I know who I gave my information to. I know who know a lot of things about me and be my sisters. Those are only two people that's alive that would know a lot of things about me or have paperwork or know certain assets and things about me. So If you're a thief, would you trust somebody that was like you? If you could trust your own self, knowing who you are, and you're not your best self, but would you trust your own self, a person that's just like you, to be around, and they still just like you? Or they won't probably steal your coins, but they steal other stuff, maybe clothes, possessions, jewelry, maybe other things. Either way, there's a thief just like you. They would take from you. And when you find out if you're one of those type of people, or that type of spirit, not even a people, because that's not a person, that's a spirit. Those things, remember, the Lord is not in none of those spirits, because it doesn't allow you to steal. You don't kill. You're not willing to do anything to put yourself to go to jail. Or you ain't willing to put yourself somewhere where you could be looked at a certain way. People got to make up things on this one. They got to try to make me look bad and try to tell me I'm something that I never was. And I never will be. I'm not a sucker. I'm not a crybaby. I'm not a runner. And I'm not scared to speak and be myself. And I'm definitely not scared to represent the Most High. Because I already told the Lord, I said, whenever you send me, I'm going to say your name. I'm going to say your spirit that you did it for me. If you send somebody in my life to help me, he send that man, regardless of what he did, how it went. I still love that man because he still helped me to find me. And I share some wonderful things. We had some things that nobody can touch. We have our own bond. It may be distorted because we got people in the mix that should mind their business because they mix too much. Oh no, you're gonna crush me. Well, if you took something that wasn't supposed to be taken, and the Lord makes everything that was crooked to be straight, how and why would you be upset if you did something to get something in the wrong way? If you tricking somebody to say, well, let me trick this man into loving me, or making him think he loved me, or I want him to love me because I care about him and I want him to care about me, like how he took care of her, or how he loved the other one, or I want him to be more into me, but I got to do work. If you have to do work, your sister or friend, both of y'all, I don't give a damn which one it is and how many of y'all, if y'all got to do all of that, y'all ain't worth nothing. I don't care. You ain't. And I said it. If you got to take something from somebody, but guess what? If the Lord ever gave that man back to me, it won't be the same man that y'all had. It won't, his mind won't be, his spirit won't be, and anybody that get him, he never gonna forget me. And I'm saying it. Your thing got to rise to me, and that's it. And anything else, you got to hold it and make yourself, or you got to think about me to get yourself off. Otherwise, it's quits. I don't care how many spell works because many people did the wrong thing. So I said, well, if I can't get the right thing, then that's what it's going to be. The judgment is to never get over me at all. That's fair. It's just. You didn't care about me. Now, since you did everything else, and when those spells break off, that everything gets reversed. That's why people should stop playing the spell work. Stop bending people's rules. They life. Playing God. Want to be the God in people's life. And want to make somebody bend people's will. When you do that, please understand that it's dangerous to do it. Do you know why it's dangerous to do that? Because the principle of law, when those curses and chains is broke, once the person realized, these people, listen to me, sweetie. I know I said a lot, but I'm telling you, to all of mine, beloved, in all that getting, get understanding. You need to understand the rules. Once that thing is broken because you broke somebody by bending the rules, by using universal laws, you wanted to use the laws of nature to bend. candles, wax, whatever how you do, writing shit down, putting things in jars and try to keep people stuck, beauty spell. When those things break, and when the person realize who it is, oh, that ain't never gonna work. And if they got the power to say return to sender and call judgment, woo, you out of here. That don't mean that you got to actually physically leave, but either way, you out of here. That means that curse ain't working, and it's going to backfire, and it's going to boot, and it's going to boomerang for how many people did the same thing like you. So if everybody thought it's the same, and how many people, whew, man, you know what? All the good ones is so glad we not you. Why y'all didn't think that y'all was doing the wrongest thing. Very strategic and planning and very, very smart. Y'all learned a lot from being crooked in this world. You got crooked people in high places in your families, people's in the police department. This one works at the post office, and the post office is fucking up and making sure if they see something with a Q on it or anything that goes to where it's supposed to go, oh, I'll make sure that move this way. And the people that know it, identification, whatever y'all doing are doing it the wrongest way, to the wrongest person, for the wrongest goddamn reason. All you need to do is know that's how bad it's going to be for you. All you got to do is look at the trail, how many people I was attached to, and then individually, better think about your families. If you're not attached to the family and you got your own family, and you attach yourself to other people. Listen, I know I'm smiling, but it's not funny. It's really not. Because when I'm just thinking about how many families, how many is wounded, is messed up because of you people. Because of your energies and because of the love, the greed, the love for money and fame, and then wasn't going to do the right thing at all, at no point. And the Lord watched. Let me see if one soul, these are my ancestors and grandparents, if you stole anything from these ones, and people is watching how you care about the ones that's not here. Let me see these ones. See if one would do anything good. But did somebody care? Would somebody remember this good soul? What they care about her. God damn, not one? Oh, my family is livid. If you think the Most High, yes. Because they looking as an abomination in the land. Woo-hoo-hoo. You don't watch the African movie? It's an abomination in the land. You've been exiled. You people have no idea what that means to be exiled from the heavens because you went against someone that the Lord said, this is mine. Don't touch this one. She belongs to me. She wouldn't hurt nobody. I love you, so I send her to you people. And you think that you should do this in my name to this one because she stood up for me. I can't grab none. I would not. I can't think about, I do want it to be enough where, even though I said some things, but when you think about it, it's so many. If you go against the grain, a crime in the heavens, you can do all the things down here. But because you did something against this one, made it a spiritual crime. You shouldn't have did it. Because a lot of families that's not even born yet. And if your people think, well, let me keep getting her. I don't care where you at or how top or whatever it is position. There's no position greater than the Most High. And if that one is sustainable, which it is, and that power is in the source of his love, is to be for all and to be for many to have a balance. You don't want that? I want it all. I want everything to be all mine. I'm selfish. I want to be greedy. I don't want to share. I want all the power, all of this, or everything to be mine. You see? This is why. This is why our spirits don't get far, because we got people like that likes to think about being wrong and selfish. You can't be selfish. You gotta not be like that. Almost made me cry because people don't value their life. I don't know why. It's a bad thing to do like that, to be like that inside. So I'm gonna say good night and bye for now.